Hey yo, that's my friend Marita.
I gotta get one of those, man. Those is hard.
They're cool, man. I mean, and I'm about to. MaDrique Sanders in the building right now.
MaDrique.
MaDrique.
Everybody say MaDrique. Yeah, it's MaDrique.
Okay.
M-U-H.
Well, I'm already a dickhead.
But not Sanders, but it's MaDrique.
MaDrique.
Yeah.
MaDrique.
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 It's all good.
Well, I mean, I've never talked to you. I've only ever like seen your name written out.
Yeah,
So
no, I totally
like,
get it. I get that a lot, man.
So the boss,
Yeah,
the man, the myth, the legend is in the building.
Absolutely. and you know, like he was saying, you know, we've heard a lot about you and through like, you know, mutual relationships and stuff, but let the people know like what you got going on, like what hats you wear, because I mean, we've met so many people who do so many different things, even though like to the public eye they may be just an artist, but you might got, you know, much shit going on. So
MaDrique, you know, creator, founder of Dreams of Children Music Group, alongside Majestic, director, clothing designer, many hats, man, many hats.
yes, sir. All right, so you said founder of Dreams of Children.
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate on what that is?
Dreams of Children is a record label and lifestyle brand founded in 2009.
Okay.
Where I just wanted to create a hub of people who were living out their childhood dreams. So like anyone, if you had a dream as a kid, whether to be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, and you're living that, your dreams of children.
Yeah.
So I just want to get just a collective of creative guys just to live out their dreams in any form.
That's dope, because that was kind of our idea for company, was that, you know, a collective of just great musicians. I mean, that's like him and I are the core, but you know, we aim to work with so many awesome creators and collaborators and stuff like that. But that's super cool. So what does it take? Like, let's say I'm trying to be Dreams of Children. What does it take?
Just hard work, man.
Hard work.
Pretty
okay.
much, you got to put it in. No complaining. Just getting to it for real.
And that is the truth, too.
And that's
dude.
why I can see Don, you know, being affiliated with you guys. That man works, and Carl too.
Yeah, man. They put in a lot of work.
The shit can oftentimes feel mundane and tedious and not like what the outside perceives the music business to be.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I know that it's absolutely necessary, you know, any kind of like tedious task, whether to be call somebody up for, you know, a venue or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just that kind of stuff. Dude, it takes a special kind of person to want to live in that space, you know what I'm saying? So what is it about you? And maybe it's something to do with your upbringing, or maybe it's something that happened like later in life. I don't know. Where in your life did you decide that Dreams of Children was the path?
Since a little kid, bro, like music has always been a part of me in every form of my life. Like ever since I was a little kid, I never forget it. I watched a Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice video, and I was like, I want to do that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And just growing up on like Master P and Cash Money, you know, Diplomats and stuff like that, I always wanted to have my own collective, and I always wanted to like just be like this underground legend, bro. You know what I'm saying? With like I just create my own clothes, my own music, distribute my own music. So it always been a part of me, and even like on the family side of watching like my uncles, my cousins all do it. My mom, she managed artists, had a label, you know,
That's
had
dope.
studios, all that stuff. So it was just in my DNA as a
There
kid,
you go. Yeah.
you know, just to go after it. So I just kept going all my life.
Yeah, I can believe that, man. I know there's a line in a song I was listening to of yours. It was something like, I used to wait for the labels to lead or something like that. But then I created DOC.
Yeah.
That's hard, bro. That's and you know, I can hear it in your voice. I mean, this is, you know, my first time sitting down with you, and you know, I can hear the passion.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
It's
So-
real passionate.
Who did you like? I heard you mention a name before, co-owner or co-founder with. Who was that?
Majestic, he's an in-house producer.
Okay.
A family member. He actually gave me the name in 09. And he contributes a lot just on the like idea side, the production side. Like he did the whole Grandma Said album. He been making beats for me since like 06.
Yeah.
So he just just another hat in the company, along with a lot of others.
I liked Grandma Said. I was actually gonna DM you before and see if you had any Grandma Said T-shirts left.
Oh yeah.
I woke up late and I was fucking setting all this shit up and I didn't have time to DM you because I was gonna put it on the wall for this.
Oh, dope.
But I'll go on your shop. I'll link your shop actually in this. There's some there's 2 dope shirts and a hat, right?
Yeah, all the hats are sold out. But I'm
Yeah,
grateful.
I saw that.
Grateful for that, man. So
Yeah, that's dope.
tight.
Because I've been asking Don since I've seen him put it on his Instagram, how do I get a Doc hat, dude?
We have some new colors coming out, I believe fall. So we're working on that right now. So yeah, that's good. I'll make sure you get some of those.
Okay, cool. Thank you, man. Yeah, I was on there looking today.
Don't you have a Carolina blue one?
Sold out, but yeah, I had a Carolina.
I need that, man. Please let me know. I'm a cop.
A lot of people want though. They've been hitting me up about them, so we're definitely gonna restock those for sure. That's gonna be another color that we're gonna redo.
Yeah, definitely got to redo.
When you see Joseph Parton on the packing slip, give him a Duke blue one instead.
Oh man,
man blew my spot. Put the government name on here. I see.
Oh shit! I'll put a little boop. I'll put a Joe Budden boop on that for you, dude.
Anybody needs a social security number too? Just hit me up.
Man, he called you out.
No, I'll censor you out. But yeah, that's cool. So when did you when did you meet him?
That's my that's my cousin, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like we're family.
Like by blood.
Yeah, like that's
so
you know my whole life.
Literally day one. Yeah.
I'll always tell him like I didn't meet him till 10 but they tell me like, bro, we've been we've known each other my whole life, but we have. There's pictures and stuff showing. That's my cousin, man. I joke with him, be like, I didn't know you since I was 10 years old. That's when I first met you.
Sorry, I got wires in your way.
No, that's all good.
So you literally met him day one, and you guys said what? Basically, like, we've been around this our whole lives. It's our turn to take a shot.
He's always been a creative, like just making beats, rapping. Like my brother, when we were kids, used to write at our tour dates together, album covers, songs, stuff like that. Like this is like 6 and 7. So when I went on my journey and like when I first started taking rap, like I'm gonna do this as a living, do this for real, was like 05. And he's seen it from the jump. He's always believed in it. So as I just put in the work and kept going. Eventually he was like, I see you doing it, man. What can I do to contribute to this?
Yeah.
And then he started doing the production, and then we started the company, kept going.
Dude, it's super awesome to see, like from the outside looking in, like Doc Music Group house some of my favorite local artists in general.
Tight, man. Appreciate that.
Like Don, like even like when I first started, like I was like, I want to make music. I hit up Sauce. That was the first person I really hit up wanting to try this hip hop stuff out. And he put me on to Don almost immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm literally fangirling, messaging him like, yo, can we get a track together? Like,
yeah.
And eventually it worked out. But I have been a Don fan for like 4 years now.
Wow.
Like before even meeting him, I was like, he was on the playlist. You know what I'm saying? So come to find out he comes on Doc, and then your story pops up, dude. It's just a chain reaction of just like good things happening for everybody that puts the time into Doc Music Group.
Appreciate it, man. That's love. Appreciate it. Good here. I love hearing that.
It's dope. It truly is a dope thing. No one around here is really doing something like that. You can tell that Doc Music Group is tight knit and isn't just looking at this as like a potential paycheck or payday.
Yeah.
Everyone is invested in their craft here.
Right.
And DLC is a real thing, man. Like I always tell everybody, it's like a lifestyle. Like you have to live. You have to work hard, believe, keep a positive mindset, just keep going. And I feel like that shows in all avenues, from how we move around, how our music we create. So that's dope. You see that, man. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So speaking of Don, how did that work out for you guys? How did you bring him on board?
We were working at Dunkin' Donuts. And he came in, I was always doing music. I mean, like coming in late, I'm like doing a show, I'm tired. Cars is backed up. I got this idea, I'm writing down on a napkin, like I'm not paying it no mind. And I guess it was something he's seen, and he'll tell me I rap, but at that time I'm like, everybody raps, bro. Like, get out of here. Like, you're not serious. And it was him and his boy True, and I heard him rap, and I was like, man, he's really dope. So my last day I came in late. He was actually my shift leader, Don, and they let me go, man, moved me to another store. So we didn't really, be in contact like that. So I just kept paying attention to him online, watching him drop music. I was like, man, this kid is hard. So we transferred to another Dunkin' Donuts, if anybody know him, Raleigh on Capitol Boulevard, right before 440. Yep. We worked right there. And then one day, man, he just kept coming around. We started doing Shakedown Street. He started coming out, started watching his live show, started doing all that. And one day I hit up Majestic. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about putting Don down, like with the crew. And I had tweeted it. I didn't even tell him one day. I just tweeted like, yo, welcome Don to DOC. And he looked at it at work. He was like, oh, Jordan, I'm putting this set. And it was dope. Yeah. So, yeah, that's like, I known Don for maybe since like 2010 or 11 maybe. Yeah, like.
That is an origin story for the ages, man. Like, y'all came up out of literally like a minimum wage job together.
Facts. And we like had some time at Dunkin' Donuts, bro. If anybody knows that era, bro, like that was a great time. Like we created some really dope songs, some great ideas. Dunkin' Donuts, man. If y'all watching, man, send us some coffee or some 12-count munchkins or something, bro. Like we need that.
We need a few more views now. We're slowly gaining subscribers.
Nah, you never know, man. Dunkin', yo, what's up, y'all?
That's a partnership.
Give my boys a partnership.
There we go. So what about you and your vision in the music space? What's more important to you? Is it the Doc founder hat or the the music hat?
I think all of them play a part, man. Like, I just got my hands in it all. Like, I just love to be creative and love to do. Like, always I'm gonna love the music. That's always gonna come first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps the train rolling. So I'm always gonna do the music. But I love just helping the homies. I love creating merch ideas, I love directing the videos. I just love all that, So I think everything is nothing outweighs nothing. It's just all part of what comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being the founder, CEO, being the creative director, being all that stuff. But it's not just me. It's like a team of us that keep this thing going. So I think all of it, bro. Honestly.
Yeah, dude. Like I can see that too. Like I feel like every task you do within your respective like business makes you more appreciative of the business of itself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I mean, that's everything. I mean, the more work you put into something, the more you have invested to it. And then if, the more you have on the line. Yeah. Like if that fails, like I'm a be pissed off. Whereas like, if I'm paying somebody to do something and it doesn't work out, like, you're not really in the process.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're doing all this shit yourself or you're doing it with other people, then you have more on the line. I mean, so anything. So, but I did have a question for you. I remember you saying like, a lot of your family was involved in the music space growing up, and so other than that, like where do your influences come from? What do you think, is the reason for you wanting to be so creative all the time?
Like family, of course, but just like growing, just my love for it, like seeing guys like Currency, Wale, Joel Santana, Bow Wow, like seeing all those guys, bro, just kept me like, bro, I want it. Whatever this lifestyle is, whatever this is, I want it. Like I want to do it.
To me, it's crazy that the first person you mentioned was Currency. Like of a lot of rappers, I feel like he is one person to stay true to himself.
Yes,
and
bro.
just fucking do this shit for the love of the music. And I mean, it just all makes sense. It all makes sense.
I'm so big on like hustling and like independent, and like building your own brand and doing your own thing, and that's like a blueprint that I've studied for years. Like one of the guys on the Mount Rushmore of independence, I should say. You know what I'm saying? That I've studied. So definitely a good dude. Definitely inspired.
Currency trademarked the skydiver.
Oh yes.
Young Roddy.
Yep, dude.
Corner Boy P.
I like how they were in and out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they came in, they made a huge splash, and then they fell back into the background, live out their days in privacy. See, I often have like when I was younger, dude, the fame and the money and all that shit was super enticing. Right?
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I value my alone time and my privacy.
Tell me about it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
I think it proves too that like I mean everybody I think when they think about music they there's the fame and all this stuff, and people are gonna recognize you, this or that. Like, you can still be recognized, you can still be a legend without having to be in the spotlight.
That's
like,
a fact.
and you can still make music, and you can still make money off of music without having to be, you know, top 10 Billboard, like on the cover of such and such. Like, people choose that life and they sacrifice a lot to, you know, make that happen for themselves. Whereas, like, you know, Currency, you know, he did that early on, and now he's, you know, he's known by us. We're talking about him.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like it's that cult fan base, bro. Like, he put in that work. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely something that all the like quarter century legends, and by quarter century legends, I mean like from 2000 to 2025, that will be in the, you know, all the legends that came up in that quarter century. They really are super reserved. I feel like they got the game on lock. Like, they're famous household names. Yeah. Everybody knows them, but if they're not out here like that. Like,
I think it's all of that too, because we, you know, a lot of guys like us, we got one foot in, one foot out, because we know what it's like before the internet and the internet. So a lot of us still have our, I like to call it our morals. You know, like certain stuff we're not gonna post, certain stuff we're not gonna do, just morally. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what still keep, like, we still know what to do, like, you know, adapt with the time, but it's still like, you know, we're still OGs, bro. Like, we still stick by a code. So I think that's what makes it, you know, I think that's what makes it the 2000s to now. It's like, you know, I one foot in, one foot out, because we know what it's like.
Oh yeah.
Are there ever times where you feel like, you know, your 1 foot may have too much weight on one side? Like, so,
sometimes, man.
like,
I think that nowadays in my life, bro, like, the older I get, the less I'm worried. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm just doing my me. You know, I'm who I am. But sometimes I feel like, man, maybe I'm just like too reserved, bro. Like, you know, like maybe, but then it's like, I still love my privacy. You know, so it's like it's a fight, bro.
For sure. And I can see that, like, being an issue for anybody that does like their privacy, because like the initial come up, it always kind of looks the same with any acts. It's not just, you know, hip hop. It's any acts, country or what have you. They always are super in front of the camera for like the first 2 years, and then it's business as usual. Making music, only come out for the camera when there's music dropping. And it's like because I'm socially awkward. Like, I have anxiety. Like, we've done this for going on 10 episodes, and every time these cameras click on, I don't know how to act. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm like that Will Ferrell meme, dude. But like, and I'm not gonna like try and like lump you in with my bullshit, but as you said, you value your privacy and all that stuff. At some point, it's got to be that, right? If Dog Music Group does blow up, if Drake does blow up, if Don does blow up, you know, it's gonna be camera time coming soon.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's something I had to get used to, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I dealt with this like depression for like 3 years, and like I created like this social, like, I didn't have confidence socially, like, from that, and like, you know, social anxiety. So I didn't like being in front of the camera and like holding the camera. I didn't like. It got to a point. I used to be like younger. I was like, yo, whatever, let's get it, like whatever, dapping hands. But at some point, I was just like, yo, I don't even know how to talk to people anymore. So I got over that, and like, I'm up now, but it's still a challenge, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm such an introvert.
Same.
I'm like a super introvert.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time by myself. Like, it's to the point the homies sometimes
Are you an only
like,
child?
No, that's the crazy thing. Like, I feel like I have only child syndrome too, and I'm not like the only child. But yeah, man, it's a real thing, bro. It's a real thing.
The anxiety is definitely a real thing, and anybody that doesn't have it will never know. You know,
and a lot of us creators do, though. You know what I'm saying? We're like, we just love to be by ourselves.
Self-induced.
Socially awkward, bro.
Well, we're also fucking masochists. We take things that are super personal to us and put them out there for the world to and we know they're going to judge it.
Exactly.
And even though it's something we put blood, sweat, and tears into, we're ready for this sucks and this is trash.
Man, I had that talk with people all the time, not to cut you off. It's just like, yo, you got to understand how brave you have to be an artist, bro.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with, like, once you put it out to the world, it's no longer yours.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with people judging you, people not liking it, just off of what you say. So, like people don't understand, bro. Being an artist is like up and down, like it's a roller coaster, bro, of emotions.
And what sucks is, like, you have to go through that twice. Like, there's the moment when you release it and you have to deal with fans liking it or not liking it. But before that, the first initial kind of war that you have is with yourself. I mean, because if you're doing it, with some kind of plan in mind, then as soon as the record's done, you're not just dropping it right then and there.
Yeah.
Like, you're kind of taking some time to build some content around it, build a little campaign around it. But during that time, you're thinking, is this song really good enough to be even doing all this shit for? Like, yeah, it's
emotions, man. You go through a lot of emotions, a lot of overthinking. But at some point, you just got to, like, let it go and just put it out because you never know.
Yeah. I think like especially like in the earlier days, some of that like damaged me. You know what I'm saying? Like being like, as moving forward, people will call it growing pains and learning. I call it just having growing pains, but making music and knowing it's not to its full potential and putting it out anyway, just like in the earlier day,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we've all been there where we've made something that is nowhere near to what we're doing today.
Exactly. But you had to go through that, though.
You had to.
You had to put that out, man.
Right.
In order to get to where you are now.
Yeah.
Like, there would have been no Grandma Said if I didn't do those 22 other projects throughout my run. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through it.
And I, like, for me personally, looking back on those days, it's like, it's hard to look at, you know what I'm saying? But you're right. You had to do it, or we had to do it, and that's the only level up is to make something cringe, I guess.
Yeah, man. But see, it's cringing to you. Like, I have songs like, Red Chucks and all this other stuff that people are discovering now that I did in like 2009.
Yeah.
So though it's cringing to us, to somebody, like, this is the greatest stuff ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cats be like, man, I love when you was rapping like yo 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 with the flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that flow, but it's like, bro, that was like, I was 16, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why do you like that? But it's all about how people take it in.
It's like a 15-year-old kid now discovering like Mac Miller's
it's
entire
crazy.
Like discography, going back to like Kids or something and hearing his like cheesy like hip hop flow to like what was the Circles, where it sounds like a Beatles record. And you know what I'm saying? Like
that's the crazy part. Like, I never forget one time I was talking to my nephew. He was a little younger, and I think Faded was out with like Lil Wayne and Tyga. And he was like, man, this Lil Wayne is hard. I'm like, bro, you have no idea what mixtape Wayne sounded like, bro. Like, you have no idea. Like, to him, this was Lil Wayne. Like, this is what it was. I'm like, so it's crazy how we discover stuff, bro.
It pisses me off when I talk about the Dat Piff days to someone younger than me, and they look at me like I'm insane and have no idea.
That was our streaming service, bro.
Yeah, that, like, dude, what, you never got the little tokens and got your fucking mixtapes for the week, bro? Nah, dude, Spotify has been out since I was born. What?
That's crazy, man. That Piff, that Piff.
Dude.
That Piff, Jam Glue, SoundClick, all those things, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and I think in one thing, like, so I teach music, right, to kids and shit. So, like, I'll teach them basic songs that are easy to learn.
Yeah.
I'm teaching these kids We Will Rock You as our first song, and they've never heard this song before.
That's crazy.
Right? That's what I'm saying, bro, because, like, I grew up listening to classics and stuff like that, and, like, naturally I would think, okay, parents are going to introduce their kids to this and that. Bro, I'm at an age where no one knows We Will Rock You.
No, dude,
I am getting
different
old.
time, man.
It's scary. It's scary, man. And then the whole, like, having a foot on the OG side, but then having a foot on the I gotta adjust with the time side. That's tough too, because like I want to be open minded and let people, like, the dude with the mosquito voice. Like, I want to let him do his thing and, like, express yourself, bro. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? With my other foot. So
what got me was when the Millennium Tour came out, like the Millennium Tour dates, and they were like, man, we got Lloyd. We got Bobby Valentino, and I'm like, bro, those are really our old school now. Like, we're the people that's at the party, like, bro, you know nothing about that, little homie. Like, and like, like, Gots to Be by B2K. Like, that's a classic now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bro, those are our oldies. It's the craziest thing ever.
Dude, don't ever call Lloyd the oldies again, dude.
But I'm just saying, bro, like, the millennium, like, early 2000s is like, that's our oldies now, bro.
I had a producer in Charlotte hit me up. It's like, yo, I just got hit up by a guy. They need loops. They need R&B loops, some trap soul loops for Casey and JoJo. I was like, What?
Oh,
Casey and JoJo. I mean, I'm gonna send those. But
Yeah, you still gotta send them, bro.
Yeah, but I was like, they're still making music.
I don't even know who Casey and JoJo is.
Oh,
What?
man, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh man, live. That was that thing too.
Nah, they had the other. They had the other one though. Oh my god! Hold on, I'm about to look it up. I'm not gonna play it.
Some joints, man.
The only JoJo I know is that chick.
Oh, the girl. Yeah.
She did the Marvin's Room remix, dude. Casey
Nah,
and
JoJo was hard too, though.
Oh my!
Yeah, that was that thing.
And
Craving someone like you.
And I think what? Dude, how do you not? Yes, sir. That was a hit.
I don't know, dude. That just flew right over my radar.
Man, you got to run that back when this is over, bro. You got to play that, man.
That is
you
the
got to
truth.
play that. That's a classic.
Oh my god.
So what's coming up for? I know you guys got some shows going on. I was looking on your Instagram. What is that girl's name? Noir, something Noir.
And Rodiga, yeah.
Sorry, I'm bad with names. I start hitting that shit and then it's out the window. But I saw y'all got a bunch of shows coming up, podcasts, interviews. You got any company exclusive shit coming up for you, like in any music videos or something?
Oh yeah, we got some music. I really have a dope one actually. My brother Mike Genius directed. That we about to start shooting that one. Just more projects, more content. Like, I got soul music, where I just interview some of my rap homies. Never Stop Working. I got that series on YouTube. What I Got is my sneaker series, bro. So just putting my hands in everything that I love, bro.
Yeah.
On those What I Got videos, are those actually your sneakers?
Yeah, those are 100% of my sneakers, bro.
Man, you got mad sneakers, dude.
Yeah, that's my love, bro.
Yeah.
I love them. I don't do like drugs, right? I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do nothing. So that's my vice, bro. That gets me like amped up, looking for shoes and stuff. So yeah, I love them, bro.
Yeah, dude, a little retail therapy, get the
Yeah,
dopamine popping.
It's an expensive habit though, bro. But
all habits are expensive, bro.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it.
If you take your habit far enough, no matter what you're doing, your habit is going to be expensive.
It is, man.
So, damn, I had it in my. I was about to say it. What was it? Soul music. What was the inspiration?
Soul music is because I'm a huge fan of like underground, right? So it's some guys who's like my favorite rappers, and it's some guys I just respect their hustle and how they do it. So I was like, man, I like watching interviews. It's questions I want to ask, and these guys, I never see them really do interviews like that, or they don't ask the questions that I want to ask.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, man? I'm going to create this thing where we can talk about music, we can talk about journeys. I can give these guys their flowers while they're still around, and ultimately talk about sneakers. So some of the guys I love, is real live sneakerheads, or real live music heads, or doing things that I feel like is very dope that people don't see, the average eye doesn't see.
Yeah.
So I just put that together, man. I linked with Carl. I told him the idea, and we just went forward.
Yeah, it was really cool, man, honestly, because you have there's two main plot points in it that the whole thing is going to revolve around: shoes and music.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know if your inspiration was similar to ours and we could collab on a conversation on that, but it seems we're in the same lane, I think, where we love the music and want to interview people around us and the greats and respect the space, the hip hop space, especially in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I think that this is something that needs to be protected, and
because there's some real talented guys, bro. Real talented people in this, whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whether it's artwork, anything. Hair braiding is some real talented people, and I think guys like us or these platforms and people doing podcasts locally is dope, because we're able to just share everybody's ideas and share everybody's thing, is putting on people I can watch you guys that I didn't know about. It's let me check my boy out, or you can watch mine, or whoever. So I think it's dope, and I think it's something that we need to keep doing. Yeah, just to shine light on each other, work together.
It's cool. It's cool because it's kind of like when you buy a Jetta and then all of a sudden you see a bunch of Jettas on the road. I didn't know there was that many podcasts and interview series around us as there was. And now that I'm doing one, I don't know if my timeline just fucking knows that I'm putting out podcasts now, so they show me more podcasts.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how much was actually happening in this space out here, man. And it was really cool because, like, there is an unlimited, it doesn't matter what you want to do. There's an unlimited resource in Raleigh. If you want to make music, you can make music. If you want to do podcasts, there's other podcasters out here. You can hit them up. You can figure it out. You can talk to them. You can do podcasts together. You can make music together. You can
make videos,
do art together,
pop-ups, everything.
Dude, pop-up. It's fucking crazy. And I just want to take the time, like, and this is me saying, like, why I really wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to take the time to showcase these people.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve it.
The same, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there was a lot of people who just had a story that needed to be told that Cash just wasn't asking them.
Yeah.
You know, they see it and just is not wanting to show them love. Like, I believe in, like, showing them much respect and much love to people that inspire me in any way, even if it's like how you held the pencil. And that inspired me. Like, I want to show you love. So I think it's good, man. I think what you guys doing is good. Like, even I know it's probably some of you listeners and viewers who don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So this is good, and like I can share y'all on my platform. You know?
Yeah.
So it's tight.
If y'all don't know who he is, you go check him out. All the links will be everywhere under the video, in the description, on Spotify, wherever you are listening to this at. You will find him. He has got something fucking dope going on with Doc.
Thank you, man.
All the people under the label, they all got something dope going on. Even, I mean, like, dude, we even interviewed Carlito last week.
Man.
That was dope
Carl,
too.
Man. I'm proud of Carl.
That shit was dope too. I mean, like, and that's part. He's part of Doc, correct? I mean, like, directly and part of Doc, dude. I mean, you're just surrounded by so many talented people, and I'm just glad that y'all give me the time of day to talk to me.
No problem, man. No, Sauce. I think he was one of you. I think you hit me up.
Yep.
And Sauce was telling me about, like, how y'all's his boys and stuff, and it's tight. So I'm always down for whatever. Yeah. Like, anybody, like I told you in the DM, I'm like, yo, if you cool with Sauce, bro, you cool with me. Let's get it done. Like, whatever y'all got, y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's tight.
So Carlito told us that he was doing vlogs with you quite a bit. How was that experience for you doing vlogs? Because I'm sure it's nothing like living your normal life. It's just trying to encompass what your normal life would be.
See, I've been doing vlogs, nothing new to me, bro. I've been doing vlogs since 2007. You know what I'm saying? Like, just doing them. I had a old channel that I wish I just would have kept. It eats me up every day, but when I was like going through my journey, I deleted it. But I've been doing vlogs since 2007, and Carl is just, a little homie from the neighborhood, bro, that we grew up with. He's a little younger than us. So when we were outside, Carl was like, having to go inside at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So he didn't really know. So as time went past, I guess he just seen us doing what we was doing, and he just started coming around. Kyrie actually brought him around, like, in our later days, and he was just sitting around. I'm like, bro, if you're gonna be around us, bro, you gotta do something. Like, you just can't be chilling. Like, I know you're my homie, but you can't just be chilling. So one day we was in the house, and I was recording. I think it was I got this Why Not mixtape series, and we was recording the first one. I was like, bro, hold the camera, just hit record, and stay in focus, and just get whatever we do. And he did it, and I loved it. And then every time we had to do a show or whatever, I was like, Carl, bro, just come out, just do it. And eventually, it grew into something great. Now he's making a living off of doing film.
He explained quite a bit of his story to us. I just wanted to see from your perspective, because it seems like he's really fit into that glove. Like, in looking at his product, the quality of it is not of your normal, like, up and comer. It's
fast.
It
was fast.
Yeah, like you could see the growing pains, but it was quick. Like, you could tell that when he, for instance, when he came with Don, when we did Money in the Bank, from then to now, the angles, the editing, just pure equipment. Now he's got the side hustle with the weddings and all that other shit, dude.
I watched him take it. From, like, just filming with the homies and turning it into an overall business.
Yeah.
Like I watched him invest in himself. I watched him, you know, get everything that he needed. I watched him buy lenses, cameras, lights. When I started soul music, I was like, man, you know, I got to get some lights. He was like, bro, I got some.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, my boy Carl. And it just inspires me to like, you know what, bro, you can never give up, bro, because imagine you would have never did this. You know, imagine you would have never told Carl to pick up a camera.
Yeah.
Like, so that created another avenue for him, which will eventually trickle down to whoever he got in his circle. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope, man. I'm just happy to see everybody grow.
What's the pieces parts of Doc? I'm curious, dude. You know, and I'm low key drawing a blueprint here because I like, you know, not blowing smoke up your ass. It really is, you know, as of right now, one of the hardest conglomerates in the whole state.
That's hard.
And I'm not just saying that without knowledge. Like I you know, I keep up with the big scenes around here, and it really would, you know, basically just be Asheville, Raleigh, and Charlotte. I mean, you can throw Fayetteville in there too for sure. But what are all the pieces parts that if you want to start this for yourself, what is the bare minimum that you need?
Bro, you need a vision, hustle, an identity, and just a name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And make it happen. Because dreams of children, bro, when I started it, bro, I just wanted a collective.
Yeah.
Like, I always knew what it can grow into, and it's only going to get bigger. Like, I always knew what it can grow into, but to see it now is, like, crazy. So I tell anybody, bro, just have a name, an identity, and what you want to represent, and just go forward. You know what I'm saying? Create you a plan, whether it's 2 years, 3 years. Create your business plan and make sure if you want to take it legit, you know, like get your business together, trademark your logos, you know, copyright, you know, get your tax ID, do what you got to do, and just put in the work, bro. That's really all it takes. Because if it's organic and it's genuine, people are gonna gravitate to it. Yeah, like no matter what it is, and it's something, and get something that can be identified. You know, everybody has a dream. Yeah, in any way, everybody has a childhood dream in any way. Yeah, so get something you can identify with.
And if y'all heard nothing of that, I need you to hear you need your tax ID, because that is probably one of the more important steps in all this if you want to be making money off of it. Yeah. That is a fact, dude.
Especially if you're like, you know, you're just selling product and selling music. Like, you know, we're not just a record label, bro. We're a media company. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're a clothing company. You know, we do a lot of things. So that having your business intact is important.
That you said a clothing company. That piques my interest because, like, you know, without getting into much of the details, I know that a lot of this stuff, and on the smaller scale, you know, locally, like we are, and even if you get bigger, I don't know if you know who Nelk is.
No,
Nelk Boys on YouTube.
I haven't heard of Nelk. Gotta check them out.
They're making upwards of like $20 million a month on just merch alone. Mm-hmm. They're one of the biggest YouTubers ever. You know, fastest growing, but they make nothing off YouTube. Is the merch game something that you have seen that is effective in the funding of what you've got going on?
I'm going to tell you, bro, like merch, get you merch, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like merch is a thing because, like, I'm going to just be honest with you. During I did an interview with my brother and not too long ago when I dropped White Grand Prix with Sauce. And he was asking me, he was like, you know, what have you done to stay afloat? And I was like, bro, I found other avenues to do it, and that's through merch. Yeah. Like, merch kept the lights on, bro. Yeah. Like, the hats kept the lights on, the shirts, even at shows. You know, sometimes we do shows where it's like, you know, make a little bit off the door. That merch money is what, you know, makes it. You go home with a few extra $100. Yeah. So merch is something, not just any merch, bro. Not like, you know, you got to have, like, legit merch. You got to have your tags. You got to have stuff that's presentable that will move. You know, stuff that people will believe in. So merch has definitely been cool, man. That's been another avenue that's grown because people who doesn't necessarily, we can take the DLC hats for an example. People who doesn't necessarily listen to the music loves the idea or the vision of Dreams of Children, so they're gonna support it in any way. So if that's just wearing a hat, like imagine we didn't have hats and we're just dropping out the music, they're like, man, I got it, but I can't relate, bro. But I can relate to wearing Dreams of Children, you know, something like that. So merch is definitely a great thing. To answer your question, merch is a great thing, and anybody who's doing it, get you some type of product. Yeah. Whether it's, I don't know, you can do hand sanitizer, you can do iPhone cases, whatever. Get you something because it's growing your brand and it's also putting a little bread in your pocket.
It's funny because, like, I don't think it's super painfully obvious until it's right in front of your face that you do have people that fuck with your music, right? So if they fuck with your music, they're probably gonna buy a T-shirt. And it's literally monetary value for the music you put out. Because if you put out a new song and then you notice you got fucking 10 T-shirt sales, then you know that people are fucking with it. So you're getting it. It's like two sides of the same blade. Like it's analytics for you, and it's a physical monetary.
That's a fact, man.
What the fuck word am I thinking of? A physical monetary like sign,
or gain or something,
yeah, you know what I'm saying, like gain. There you go,
monetary gain, yeah. It's definitely cool. It's definitely dope.
Because that's something that we've also been talking about is the merch game, and there's like this, like I said, like a double-edged sword. I mean, if you don't have something to back up the merch sales, then why put out merch? You know what I'm saying? So
you have to keep, like, say, if I stop making music, the merch is not going to move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps it, so you have to keep putting out something to make people want to support it in any kind of way.
Who helps you design that shit? Or is that all by your hand?
Nah, man. It's me and House of Saquon is a friend of mine. She's a designer, and she does a lot of work, like, behind the scenes for Dreams of Children. She does it. Majestic. Like, everybody throws in ideas of like what to do, but like on the merch side, like that's my baby. Like before rap, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Like I want to go to fashion school and all that stuff. So this is like me being able to live out my other dreams. You know what I'm saying? So like I really like, I'm a little like, stand back, bro. Like this is me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my baby right here, but I'm also open. I also know I can't do it all alone.
Yeah.
So I just ask different people. But the main person is House of Saquon. She handles a lot of that stuff.
That's cool. Drop her at, dude, because I'm sure does she do work for like on a broader scale?
Her overall goal is like she can take some. Overall, she doesn't designing whether it's like interior or anything. Like interior, commercial. That's like her thing. But she just been around forever. Like just a good friend who been around forever. And I was like, I'm doing this merch. She was like, bro, I got you, because she can see colors and see things that I can't really see. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? On a different, like, she was like, okay, that doesn't work. Try this, make this smaller, make this. So, she's a good help. So definitely check her out.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I am not of the visual art savvy. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I wear tie-dye a lot, because any dumb person can understand tie-dye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tie-dye's tight though, man.
Like, so it's like, I need like major help with anything when it comes to like that. Like when we talk about album covers, it's like, bro, like I will help, but I'm going to be no help. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, any kind of leg up you can, get, I think is a beautiful thing. So shout out your girl for helping you do all that.
Even with merch though, like, just create what you will wear.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't make nothing that you wouldn't personally wear yourself.
I'm selling black T-shirts.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if that's what you like, bro, somebody out there only want to wear black T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just create what you will wear.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea, bro. We're selling black T-shirts, and the only place it says company is on the tag.
There you go, man.
That's hard. That's unique. Put a little company in the back, or
sauce,
put it
man.
in oh yeah, man. I was like, or make it make the black T, but put company in black writing, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that if anybody listening to this is looking for direction, I mean, you've given some great advice. Wear something that you would wear. I mean, if you think too much about if everybody else is gonna like the design, then it's not something that is you or your brand. Like I'm in the process of getting T-shirts made, and I took a design to a place in Raleigh, and they did an all right job, but I probably won't be ordering my shirts from them. But the shirt turned out good enough to where like I want to wear it and I want to wear my own brand and stuff. But I don't know how to use the damn, what is it, the Procreate on the tablet or whatever, but I sat down with a graphic designer and told her exactly what I wanted and what my vision was for it, and I was super excited about it and super happy with it. And then like when my friend saw me with the t-shirt, instantly, yo, when is that available? When can I get that? And it's just like, you know, it's really cool to, you know, experience everything that you've just said, because it's so true, man. I mean, people want to be down with, you know, somebody that they support and that they believe in from the beginning as they grow as an artist. And I feel like, you know, sometimes it can feel like, oh, nobody supports me or this or that. But in reality, man, I mean, you like just keep putting out a product, keep putting out something, and people are going to, you know, fuck with it eventually. Like, I mean,
they might not tell you directly neither.
Yeah.
Like, I was telling the homie the other day, I'm like, you know, people showing up to do soul music in a DLC hat shows like, yo, y'all really thought about that, so that y'all like really support it. So yeah, man, you just got to do what you like, man. But I don't want to mislead them and say, you know, like, don't focus on the people who support you, because you have to keep them in mind too.
Yeah, of course,
but it's all goes back to, you really just have to get what you would like, you know, because if you're being you, and people are gonna like what's authentic.
Correct. I mean, and you know, I think what you owe your fans at that point is not necessarily specific types of content, but just content in general. You know, they support you because they enjoy seeing you do your thing. They enjoy seeing you do your shows and you know, live performances and the music that you put out. So, you know, be consistent for them. You know, have a timeline, have, you know, okay, I'm going to do 2 or 3 posts a week, and it's going to be this or that. And, you know, that's why people fuck with you. They see you working. I mean, and it's like that in the professional way too. As soon as, you know, most of my professional kind of relationships have brewed out of, hey man, I've been seeing you work for X amount of time.
That's what a lot of people tell me too, because I've been putting in work for a long time.
Right, exactly. And you can't expect people to be like, you know, the first time they meet you, oh yeah, man, look, I'm gonna sign you right now. And
nah, you gotta put in that work.
You gotta put in the work, man.
You gotta gain people's trust in a sense
that too. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, because not everything is a good fit. You know, I mean, while initially like being signed may sound awesome, but when you get to the nitty gritty of it, it may not even be the best for what's for your vision or for your brand. And you have to understand those things. And it's not a bad thing. It's not an opportunity that you missed. It's, you know, another opportunity, you know, another door open somewhere. So being able to realize that and, you know, still stick to your guns and be yourself and be original is so important. With any of it, the music, the merch, the branding, all of it. Like you have to, it has to be something that at the end of the day, when nobody's hitting up your DMs, when nobody's, you know, message you saying good job or this or that, it's something that you can be like, you know what, I'm still fucking proud of this, regardless of you know, no matter what's going on. So yeah, you're spitting facts over there for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about specifically your music.
Yes.
Let's do it.
So I seen you had a major campaign going on for Get It Going, correct?
Yep.
I fucking love that song.
Thank
dude.
you, bro.
Yes,
Thank you.
fire.
Thank you.
That shit was actually dope. Do you care? Do you mind if we listen to it? Give them a little taste.
Hey, it's cool with me, bro.
Next thing we know, we see a fucking copyright claim.
We've gotten a copyright.
Yeah, we
claim
have already.
on
That's awesome.
all of them. It's okay.
Yeah.
This sample took me
Is
back
that
to
Lil Jon
2000.
sample?
Yeah.
Is that Crunk Juice? Mixtape?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah. Don't get me wrong. Don't, you know, I think so. I believe so, though.
You ain't trying to help out the set. You ain't trying to lead that nest, bro. All you do is lay. Homie, all you do is complain. You ain't trying to make that change. You ain't trying to go to work. Put no bread in your mama purse. Make that new wheels go skirt. You just sit around upset and try and put no jewels on your neck. Man, you ain't trying to invest. Make sure the fam set. You ain't even working on yourself. You too busy worried about what if real G's level up. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us, bro. You already know it.
No side.
Niggas get it going. North side niggas get it going. You already know it. North side niggas get it going. North side niggas get it going. You already know it. North side niggas get it going.
I love your beat selection.
Appreciate it, bro. Shout out Unique Music.
North side niggas get it going. North side niggas get it going. You ain't trying to take L's, lose everything and rebuild. Bruh, you ain't trying to excel, you just trying to stay still. You ain't trying to make it out of here. Man, you could tell right there, man, you cool with being lazy. And he ain't trying to marry that lady. take care of the kids and the babies, bro, you ain't even stable. Could even put food on the table. A little wanna rent, you ain't able, you ain't trying to get a trade. Man, you cool with minimum wage. Stuck on the game all day, you don't even see your ways. Man, you don't even read a book. Thirsty on the gram in the book, you ain't even got dreams. Bro, all you do is smoke weed. Listen, bro, you would never leave. Real G's level up. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us.
No.
Nigga, you ain't nothing like us, bro. You already know it. North side niggas get it going. North side niggas.
I really liked because my personal taste falls in the line of like lo-fi, heavy 808s and stories.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked how you were able to come on that track and really talk about. You could just tell that like it kind of sounded like that was weighing heavy on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, where did that come from?
It was just
you can get specific or not. It's
I got you. It was just a point in time where I just feel like people were complaining. You know, it's like everybody was just complaining, and I'm like, bro, for what? Like, you gotta change. Like, in order for you to, grow, you have to take accountability for yourself, and only you can control your change. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was many times in my life where I blamed other people, whether it was parents, whether it was family, friends, bad business deals,
or anything but yourself.
Yeah, and until I had to check myself, it was like, bro, what did I do wrong? What could I change? So that's what it was, man. Like, it was just people like always saying, I want to do this, I want to grow, I want to start this business, I want to do that, but not moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't want to get rich, bro. You just want to live with the chicks.
Yeah,
you ain't trying to
or
win
you
that
just
shit.
like the
you don't want to take
idea
risks.
of it all.
Yeah, you just like, so that was me just telling everybody, like, not specifically one person, but the shoe fits weird. So if it hits you, like, change your ways, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not even like being that way. It's like for real, like, only you can change it. So that's what it was, and it was one of the things where it's like, bro, you're not like us, because we get to it, we get it going. Like, we do whatever we got to do, no matter what it takes. If we go on a red, if we sad, mad, angry, stomach hurt, we're gonna go after it. So no, you're not nothing like us. If you want to be like us, go get it going, and you can make it happen.
Yeah, that specifically, I'm trying to word this the right way because I'm about to bring something up and I don't want to like offend you or tell your story the wrong way. Maybe a few months ago, last Thanksgiving, my alcoholism got really bad, and I took the time to just knock that shit off. I left him in the dark for months, and I feel like to him from the outside looking in, that was me giving up, because I radio silence, bro. I just stopped talking to him. It felt like, because I had to do that for me to get right. And then when I realized that communication and getting to the work is super important. I'm trying to word this the right way. Because,
hey man, speak your truth, bro.
Because when I finally got back up with him after those months, you could tell he was upset with me, because it was just like radio silence, nothing. He was like, "Yo, I've been working. What you been doing? You've been doing nothing." You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, "You're right."
In a sense, though, because the fact that you got out of that, you got it going, bro. Like,
I could have told him.
You also could have told him, but you also came out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could have told him, but you came out of it. So like, I'm not trying to like discredit or dismiss what you're saying, but it's like, no matter how you look at it, you got out of it. Yeah. Like, you're here now. You could have stayed in that space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I like to. That's the main reason why I've spun that song probably, I don't know, 100 times, get it going, since I've heard about it, because I'm like, dude, I feel like you were kind of talking to me.
Wow.
I wish I would have heard the song when I was going through what I was going through, because it's definitely like you're getting the chip off your shoulder, but that shit is inspiring. If you've never heard "Get It Going," go listen to it. It will motivate you to try and get some shit going in your life. I think personally, that song is strong. I think you picked a great song off of "Know What You Want" to campaign.
Yeah, that's a real personal record, man. And like, like you said, you went through a slump. I went through a slump too, where I feel like, I left some of the bros, hanging, but we made it out.
Yeah.
We're able to tell, like, you're able to tell that story. And from your perspective too, it's like, you could have held a grudge with him.
I don't have to be sitting right here in this chair.
You know what I'm saying? That shows you didn't, lose faith in my boy,
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man, because, everybody has a vision to, you know, be successful and then put the people on around you that, you know, you care about. And, you know, when you feel like you're getting momentum and, you know, things don't go exactly your way, like where, you know, sometimes you got to zoom out and realize, you know, people are going to be going through some shit regardless of whether they, you know, can explain it to you or not, or they don't feel comfortable opening up to you about it. Like eventually that zoom out helps you decide, okay, am I going to be sitting in this chair in the future or not?
That's what I'm going through now, bro. It's like allowing people room to grow.
Yeah,
and allowing compassion, because I didn't have it for a long time, bro. Like, I'm a no tolerance person,
bro.
But everybody, you don't know what, like when these cameras cut off and we leave the studio, you don't know what people go through. So maybe just because you're like I can speak for myself, just because I'm like, bro, work, let's get to it. Maybe that week there, you know, somebody's sick, they can't go through it. So you have to allow compassion for others and room to grow, or give, or allow maybe a second chance, maybe not third, fourth, but a second chance.
At what point have you allowed enough chances to grow? At what point
you get about 2 or 3? You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so there's a number on it.
You get about 2. Just be honest, because at some point you have to keep going, but in a way you also have to have understanding, you know, for people's problems. Because chasing a dream is not easy, bro. It's expensive. It's emotionally draining.
Because I mean, if we want to, you know, apply the meaning of this song, because before you even brought any of this up, I was gonna say this song was like a kick in the ass song. Like if the shoe fits, then it fucking applies to you, and you need to get it going. Yeah. Right. So my thing is like, you know, I'm kind of in a situation where like I've given someone enough chances to, you know, grow, and it's like now it's my turn to grow. And, you know, all is cool, but we can't really work together anymore right now because you haven't really grown enough. Like, I've worked with this person for over a year and they still do the same shit. And it's like, look, man, I mean, if that's how you work, okay, then, you know, I understand now, and I can't work with that. So,
but did you give him you at one point you did give him that get it going kick, right?
Chances.
You know what I'm saying? But you did, so that you gave him that get it going. Like, come on, you ain't trying to do this. Let's get to it. But at some point, at the end of the day, you still have to choose you know, you have to do what's best for you. But at least you give him that. So that's what get it going was, give him that kick.
It's weird too, man, because like sometimes, like, you know, deep down, like I'm a nice person. I don't really like conflict, and if I can avoid it, like if we can do it, like, you know, as men and adults and like business, whatever, cool. But sometimes, like, you know, doing things the nice way is not productive. You either got to choose to be productive and be like, look, man, this is it. Like, this is the bottom line. Or you can choose to be nice and let people kind of, you know, perceive you as this person.
Yeah, you got to put your foot down at some point.
At some
point.
What I'm saying? At some point.
So that to me, that's what my get it going was. Yeah. Like, if you like that, you know, people know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put that foot down, this is your second chance. You know, if you don't do it, you got to keep going. And
I think that's a cooler way of doing it than just like subtweeting or like making a post on Instagram about, you know, those kind of posts where the shoe's going to fit. Like, you know, and as creators and brand ambassadors and, you know, founders of our own brand and this, that, like, that's just poor taste in general to put that kind of stuff out on social media. But to put it in a song is cool as fuck. Yeah. Like, and especially the way you did it, like, it's not like a diss track, but it's just like,
it's just being honest.
It's like if the shoe fits.
Yeah.
Like,
if you know, just all my whole purpose for that record was to just tell people, I know you got a lot going on, but at some point, bro, you got to get back to it, and you got to put the work in order for you to change yourself. Like Do or Die off me and Sauce's EP, that was another one where it was like, you know what, either you're gonna get this money or I'm dropping a dead weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like one of those, I'm throwing it in there, you know, for like, you know, just get it right, bro, because life is about to change for all of us. Yeah. Bro, so either you're gonna roll or you're not, but you have to change your ways in some way.
Right, man.
That's dope. I appreciate you guys letting me know about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows me that, you know, the music, that song didn't go over people's heads like I thought it would.
Yeah, man. I mean,
to be fair, we are absolute nerds for this shit. So it's like, I mean, especially if we're gonna have them on the podcast, I'm listening to the music.
That's dope. I appreciate it.
I'm watching the videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You know, and I wanted to be organic as possible, and so, like, you know, I'll go listen to the music and, you know, do a little deep dive on Instagram and stuff. But for the most part, I like being like 50% ignorant.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm way more engaged.
Yeah.
But I knew I was gonna ask you something about the. Go ahead. I'm gonna remember my question.
Well, I wanted to ask about you and Don's collabs, or not Don. I'm sorry, fucking Sauce. Sauce's collabs. You said you had like a project with him, right? What was it like working with Sauce? I know what it's like. I want to hear it from your perspective.
Oh man, bro, I got so much love for Sauce, bro. I met him through Don one day. He was just at the house. You know, don't get me like, you know, I thought he was like this black kid, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I thought it was like this cool black kid that made trap beats. So he walked in the house. I'm like, you're Sauce, like, you know, like, bro, like you're like, he was like, you know, normal dude, you know, like nice boots, you know, like collar shirt.
Yeah.
But the beats he was kicking out was amazing to me. And I was hearing Don, like, I think Sauce took Don to like a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? As far as like bringing it out, bringing this new sound, bringing this new vibe, this new energy to him. So I was like, man, you know what? I think it'd be dope. So I had these, I write these, I call them Dreek styles, right? I write them and just to get, you know, just stay sharp. Always, you know, always do my thing. And I told Don, I told him like, yo, I got a bunch of these verses. Can you, I told Sauce I got a bunch of these verses, you know, just make some beats, man. Let me see what we can do. And he just started sending me records, and that just grew into something, and then we grew a relationship. But what I liked about him is he comes from a rock background, so he hears different things than what we hear. You know what I'm saying? So he's able, and I admired how he's able to play guitar, like play sounds. Like even now, you know, I was like, Sauce, need some beats, you know, no samples. He played everything, he did everything. So Sauce is like a whole different kind of guy. He's quick, you know, he sends the stuff over. If I need some changes, like he'll make them. He's a really cool guy. And I think like White Grand Prix was the start of something great. Like our next project, he got maybe like 7 joints on it. You know what I'm saying? So I love working with Sauce, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience working with Sauce. And the fact that he is one of the most hilarious human beings to ever walk this earth is definitely a plus side. I mean, if the production coming out of him wasn't already enough for you to really enjoy being around this man, he's also got he's a sweet person. He's so caring, and he's fucking hilarious, dude. Have you ever seen his When Your Country Cousin Comes to Town videos?
Nah, never seen it, bro. I gotta watch him.
Dude, it is so it was back from the Vine days. Next time you talk to him, you ask him about his country cousin coming to town.
I gotta ask him. I'm gonna text him when I leave here.
That shit is fucking hilarious.
You gotta send me some of those.
But did you remember your question? Or otherwise, I'm gonna keep going with the country.
Oh no,
cousin.
keep going, country cousin, bro.
Okay, he's got a bunch of fucking videos on that. I think he's got like 3 videos on that, and now he's doing TikToks.
Wow.
Have you seen
I
his
didn't even
TikToks?
know that, bro.
Dude,
Sauce holding out, bro.
He has, dude. I don't even know if he probably hasn't showed you, because I know he showed the producer chat that we're in, and he had this song that he like purposely made bad. Dude, it's so.
Can you send that to me? Can we listen to it at least?
I think it's on TikTok. It might be on TikTok. Hold up.
Dude, that shit is so funny. It was like the caption was like, what was it? Oh, it was, oh, your beats cost this much? Fuck that. I'm going to do it myself. And then he played the song, and it was just horrible.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so funny, dude.
He's talented, man. Like, the stuff that he's able to create and the sounds is unreal. Like, I'm definitely happy to have him, like, you know, around with the bros.
Did he do...
Yes, sir. I'm about to send you the whole track, bro.
Did he do your home performance too?
No. Carlito shot that. Yeah.
Because I know Sauce did the guitar on Don.
Yeah, he did Don. I think they did the acoustic version. I think it's House Tour.
Yeah, House Tour.
I believe that was. Yeah.
You got it, dude. Okay.
I just sent you the actual track. I don't know if he's.
I don't care. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Nah, man. I grew up on the 90s. That's right. You already know Biggie, Nas, and I made this beat too. Yeah, I'm a producer too, bitch, and I rap. Yeah. Growing up, you know that I would listen to Tupac. Sometimes we was broke. Sometimes I ain't even had no.
Wow.
My drunk uncle would come over. We would have to buy. Cause he taught me how to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Really taught me about life.
Showed
me how to
roll my first blunt.
Showed me about Tupac.
Tupac. Sauce.
To that little pump,
Fuck Lil Pump.
Shit, I was born in the 90s.
I was born in the 90s.
Seriously, really been about
Business,
Bro, you know what's
man.
wild though, bro? This beat will work in some way, bro. Somebody will find a way to make this beat work.
I hope not.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's on TikTok, so I hope he's not gonna be mad that I played that.
Yo,
I'm sure he
sorry,
won't.
Sauce, bro. I'm gonna find your TikTok, bro.
Dude, that shit is so good. But we're about to hold. If you have remembered your question, hold it. Our battery's about to die.
Okay.
So we're gonna introduce one of your videos,
For sure.
and I'll put it in there, and then we'll come back. We'll listen to more music, and we'll get out of your hair.
All right, let's do it, man. I'm enjoying this.
Introduce a video.
Any video?
Any video of yours, yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's watch and get it going, man.
Hell yeah, get it going.
Let's
We'll
do
be
it.
right back.
Directed by myself, underrated views.
Yeah, you ain't trying to get rich, you just wanna lay with the chicks. You ain't trying to win that chip, you ain't trying to take risks. Bruh, you ain't trying to do your best. You too busy worried about the next, all you wanna do is flex. You ain't trying to help out the set, you ain't trying to lead that nest, bro, all you do is lay. Homie, all you do is complain. You ain't trying to make that change, you ain't trying to go to work. Put no bread in your mama purse, make that new wheels go skirt. You just sit around upset, and try and put no jewels on your neck. Man, you ain't trying to invest, make sure the fam set. You ain't even working on yourself, you too busy worried about what if real G's level up. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us, bruh, you already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You ain't trying to take L's, lose everything and rebuild. Bruh, you ain't trying to excel, you just trying to stay still. You ain't trying to make it out of here. Man, you can tell right there, man, you cool with being lazy. And he ain't trying to marry that lady. Take care of the kids and the babies, bruh, you ain't even stable. Could even put food on the table. A little wanna rent, you ain't able, you ain't trying to get a trade. Man, you cool with minimum wage. Stuck on the game all day, you don't even see your ways. Man, you don't even read a book. Thirsty on the gram in the book, you ain't even got dreams. Bruh, all you do is smoke weed. Listen, bro, you would never leave. Real G's level up. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us. Nigga, you ain't nothing like us, bruh, you already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going.
Okay, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. I'm looking around this bitch. I see a lot of niggas ain't throwing up shit. What? Y'all niggas must be scared to represent your shit. Eastside nigga. Westside nigga. Southside nigga. Northside nigga.
You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going. You already know it. Northside niggas get it going. Northside niggas get it going.
We can just lead off on that. I mean, that was Get It Going.
Get it going.
Get It Going. Link will be in the description. Of course, all flowers due to the boss himself.
Definitely watch, stream, share.
And who produced that one?
Unique music
Okay.
in my living room on the spot.
That's where the best ones come out of.
Mm-hmm.
So are you an artist that prefers to work in person with a producer, or just do you like the kind of send me beats and then I'll create my own?
I like both, man. You know, like I like both. Sitting, because everybody's schedule's so crazy at this point, because we're like balancing like real life and music, a rap dream. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of tough to lock in, you know, all the time. So I have grown like I adapted to emailing, you know, and just hopping on FaceTime, like, yo, take this out, add that. But both works. But me and Unique, I feel like me and Unique works better together. Like every producer is different. Like me and Unique, I think we create some of our best music in person.
Yeah.
How involved are you in like the production process as far as like picking out sounds or whatever?
I'm a lot hands in, you know, because like, but nowadays, bro, like the producers I've been making beats for me for like 15 years. So I pretty much trust. I don't have to be there to know what I like. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh shit, it scared me.
Sorry, I didn't want to get in the mic. So without even like going into specifics of what we were talking about in the break, just to kind of like highlight the end of it where it was said the burnout is real.
Mm-hmm.
How often does that happen to you? When was the biggest case of burnout?
Oh man, burnout, bro, was from 2000. I'm gonna get a little, get a little deep. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom died in 2010, right? And I never really grieved, right? I never really properly grieved. And I'm only saying it now because I've realized it the older I get. So from 2010 to 2015, that was my grieving process. So I had my head down, going straight.
Yeah.
For 2015, and then 2015, where that was the moment where I was like, I worked hard. I felt like I'm about to do it, and I felt like every door closed in my face in 2015. So that was my burnout moment. It was like my body was like at that point. So that's where like depression came, frustration, losing all my drive. That came, but I got it back. Thank God. I'm up now, but it really burns you out. And I had this talk the other day where I was like, I miss, like nowadays feel like when I first started making music, before I thought about accolades, before I thought about, record deals, before I thought about anything. So that I think that was the worst moment. 2015 through 2017 was probably like my burnout time, bro. And it all came from just going and losing my vision, I should say.
Yeah.
Of what I want.
It's definitely heartbreaking to, in your core, be a creative and not have the drive to do it.
It sucks, man.
Because it's like, it for lack of a better phrase, becomes a part of your identity. Mm-hmm. And then when it's no longer there, or just, I shouldn't say no longer there, just isn't there in that moment, when you want it, when you need it, when you should be doing it, it's just like, just feels like you're wasting time.
But a form of it is also a lot of, like, us as creators, we overthink a lot, and we put so much pressure. I can speak for myself. I say creative, but I speak for myself as well. I put so much, at one point I used to put so much pressure on myself of like, I got to get this, like forget sleep, forget healthy diet, forget all that stuff. It's grind. Yeah. And that really burns you out. And then putting your hard-earned money, time into a project and it not living up to what you thought. You know what I'm saying? Or like, but honestly, you're so wrapped up in this, what's not happening, that you forget, you don't see what's really happening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big burnout, is a big thing, man. You got to try to avoid it.
You got to try to avoid it, but I feel like it's unavoidable. At some point, yeah, you're gonna hit a wall.
It happens for everybody, bro. You just whole run. At some point, it just stops. But at that moment, that's your get it going moment as well. It's like, all right, do I sit here and fold, or do I pick myself up and just redo it? Like when I rebranded, bro, that was my get it going moment. Was like, I knew at that moment, if I do this, I have to start at zero. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm happy I did, because now I'm back to what I'm back to my original
Some
vision.
people are scared to start at zero. Like, rebranding is something that can be great.
It's scary.
But it's scary.
Because you literally have to, nothing you did prior to that matters anymore.
Well,
you have to literally start at zero.
In the sense of how it applies to your new brand. But it matters because you've gone through the experience and all that experience you've accumulated, and now you know how to maybe navigate a little bit different. Maybe not, you may not know all the answers, but you can go this way instead of that way.
Yeah.
You can zig.
You know what
zag.
to avoid. Yeah.
Right.
You're not gonna hit the same. If you hit the same roadblocks you hit previous, then you didn't learn nothing. Like you just, that was all pointless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Might as well not a rebrand.
Yeah, you might have just stayed the same.
Right.
What are some of the things that you had to overcome from the rebranding? What walls are you trying to avoid hitting when you rebranded?
Bad business deals for sure. Business in general, just making sure every avenue of my business is right, from publishing to trademarks to copyrights to clearances, like all that stuff. Try to avoid that. Try to avoid depression again. Try to avoid burning out. Try to avoid overthinking. Try to avoid not being social, not, being my fear of on camera, like all that stuff I had to regain back. And those are things I'm trying to avoid. My main thing is just to always have fun. I don't want to not ever be burnt out again.
Yeah.
With my dream.
I hear that, dude. Cause like we were talking about in the beginning, like the tedious tasks. So those for the most part are not fun. Mm-hmm. And if you don't protect that part of yourself and just realizing that, like, hey, this ain't nothing except something else I gotta do, and we're gonna get past it. That's how it is. Like editing these podcasts is for me. Like sometimes it's not very fun. Sometimes I have a blast.
Yeah, I'm same way.
So it's like if you just kind of like keep your nose to the grindstone, realize that this little bullshit is just little bullshit, is gonna pass, and then you're gonna enjoy what comes after it more than doing those little tasks or whatever, dude. Then I feel like you're in a good headspace.
You just had to find. You always have to just keep like, this is fun to me.
Yeah.
If you always remind yourself that, bro, it'll be all right.
Like you're convincing.
Yeah, because once it become like, once you have that moment like, oh, I gotta edit today.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just take a break. Just chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the sign of the burnout. But if you wake up like, yo, I got this I'm excited about this interview, let's edit it, you still love it. You still enjoy it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I think part of, learning and growing is finding, more efficient ways to do things. And that's where I have the most fun, especially when it comes to like editing, is like it's gotten to the point now where I know where to cut the camera change, not by looking at the camera, by looking at the waves on the audio. You know what I'm saying? So like if your mic lights up, I know to cut to your camera.
Yeah.
So that has become more fun to me, like trying to figure out efficient ways to do what I want to do without doing it the hard way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like learning new techniques is super fun to me, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you continue to do stuff the hard way, then you're fucking up. I mean,
yeah, you got to find ways that works for you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, definitely got to find what works for you. I mean, because as a producer, let's say I'm making a beat, like I make beats different than Sauce or, your in-house producer. But the thing is like, I've found a workflow that works for me. Mm-hmm. So when I'm in a room with an artist one-on-one, like I know how to overcome any kind of, obstacles of, okay, they're not fucking with this. How can I change up, blah, 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 blah. Or like, how can I do this fast enough so that, we can go ahead and get the beat done and import it into and then start recording. Like everybody figures out how to do that. But if you're sitting here like, not using shortcuts, like because you choose not to learn how to do those things, then I feel like you're screwing up over everybody else, like, that you're working with right there. I mean, because you're forcing them to adapt to, how you work. Whereas like, as a producer or a team member, we got to do what's best for the team. And if what's best for the team is for me to be faster at my craft so that the record gets done faster, then that's what I got to do.
Facts.
I mean, I'm used to, working on bodies of music for over a couple days so that, I can come back with a fresh perspective. But I can't tell a rapper, yeah, man, I'm going to have this beat ready for you in like 3 days, bro. And then
you
whatever
miss you miss opportunity that way in some sense. You know, even if it's not all the way polished, like, yo, I gotta add some new drums, but here go, you know, rough. They can write it, you know. But yeah, that's for everybody. You got to be able to adapt, bro.
Definitely.
You got any efficiency gems for anybody trying to come up in the game right now?
Some
try
time
not
management.
try not to overthink, man. You know, and just have a balance. You know, I'm learning like a work-life balance now. You know what I'm saying? So just put in this amount of time in the dream. You just can't neglect regular life, and I think that's what a lot of us creators do. We neglect our regular life.
Yeah,
you know,
it definitely feels like sometimes you can be so focused on literally the dream that it becomes hard to now remove yourself from the dream and then go back to your day job.
It's tough, man. I remember one time I performed with Currency at the Ritz, and that was like my wake up call. So I did, and the next day I had to be at work, and some dude came in. He was like, "Bro, why are you here? Like, I just seen you at the Ritz. Like, what are you doing?" And I was just like, "Bro," I was like, "Man, I'm never doing this again. Like, forget work." Like, I was mad, but then it realized, like, bro, you got to do it. You have to do it, and you have to find that balance and proper time management. So, like when what I used to do when I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, I would take my laptop and stuff with me. And on downtimes, I would work on music. You know, I just found that moment to, when I got home, take a shower, put in 2 hours, go to sleep. Because you can't, if the day job's making you money, you can't really neglect that so much, you know, because you got to fund it. But I say all that to say, just find proper time management and ways to make it work.
But you realize the importance of your time, though. I mean, you simply bringing your laptop to get, some time in on whatever you're working on in between customers or whatever, just shows that you understand the importance of your time and what it means to, use that wisely.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I mean, there are some professions where you don't get that opportunity, and some managers may even be like, "Yo, don't do that." But understanding, okay, I have the ability to, work on something else while I'm here. Let's do that, and let's be efficient about it.
Because you have. Don't get me wrong. You have some jobs where you can't bring laptops, you can't pull out your phone. But we all get a 15-minute break. We all get a lunch break. You know what I'm saying? Some sense. So while you eating that Chick-fil-A, like write your bars down, write your plan. Take a bite, write a plan. So it's way, like I tell everybody like that. It's ways to do. If you really want it, you're gonna find a way to make it work for you, bro.
Yeah, or
that's
even
why
at
I
your
don't
lunch
like
break,
excuses.
Watching a tutorial or some shit. Or
you have to find something
to learn.
I've been a big fan of voice notes lately.
Yeah, I love voice notes, bro.
I just discovered how useful it is.
I love them.
Like the voice memo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can be driving and have an idea, and I'd be like, blah, 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 and I put it in my pocket and go back.
Yeah.
And go back and write it down.
I was doing melodies in the car the other day, and I was like, I felt like I just invented something new. I was like, why don't I just say it into my phone and send it to Joe?
Mm-hmm. We do that all the time, bro.
But so how that applies to music is like, my personal philosophy is like, when we do songs, I like to revise. Like, what we record on the day of is not necessarily how the record is going to come out.
I do the same thing.
Because I feel like some things can be said better. But the fact that you got that initial idea out, and then we can go back and be like, you know what, if you said it this way, or if you did this here or that there, that might, put more emphasis on the hook, or, whatever. It makes the record better. And being able to do that is such a luxury. Back then when you're recording on fucking wax or some shit, like, you get one shot.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be the guy to be like, hey, guys, actually kind of messed up.
Yeah, like rewind that tape, man. Let's do it all over
again. We need to get this
Yeah.
wax out here. But
That's true. I do that when I send records to producers. Some producers don't understand it. They're like, bro, this is trash. You didn't. I'm like, bro, it's a reference.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I do that with
Absolutely.
Sauce. Like he'll send a beat, and I'll record the whole song. Like either if I'm mumbling or I stumble over words, I'm like, look, this is the idea. Just see if you can build, add drops, add stuff around it.
Correct.
And then when I send him the final version, he's like, oh, this is tight. Because,
Yeah.
because he's so used to hearing the reference. So that's a good way to create.
I mean, and it's hard to do that with people that you just started working with.
Mhm.
Like him, like I'd never get, I guess, insecure about sending him a demo. He understands.
Yeah, like you're right. Certain people you can do that.
This
to.
isn't the finished product. Whereas like, you know, if I were to send this to someone I just started working with and I know it sounds like shit, I'm probably like, okay, I'm probably not gonna send this.
Let me do it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have people like that. Some people I can't send a reference to.
Right.
They have to hear it and find the final version in order to get it.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think we, you know, funny enough, went through that kind of the other day. We were trying to, because we're gonna cook up with Juice Uchiha after this.
Mm-hmm.
So we went in and we're trying to make a song specifically that would fit both me and Juice.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe puts his, you know, his Marita style on it.
Yeah.
So that is a company record actually featuring Juice. What we we finished all the vocal parts for it, but it's not mixed. It's got a bus on it. There's almost no like editing done to, you know, each individual track. And I was like, maybe I'll wait until this is way closer to being done to even show this to Juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, so there's certain people I would have no problem showing that track to.
Because some people get it, some people don't get it, man.
And I don't know if he wouldn't get it. It was just I don't really know him that well. So
Yeah,
I don't want to discourage him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He'd be like, "Nah, I don't see." Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know,
certain people you can do it too, man. Well, I guess you're closer homies.
Yeah,
I guess you can play it for. Yeah,
I got one person outside of like the music circle that I will send anything unfinished, finished or not to, and he is like the only one person that I like. Even my girl, she don't be hearing shit. Like I don't know what it is. Like I would rather it be closer to done, you know?
Yeah,
sometimes she'll be like, you know, you've been going to the studio, you ain't showed me nothing. And it's like, well, you just got to wait on it.
You got to wait a second, yeah.
I know we live together, we love each other, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta Bob Ross these trees.
You don't want them to change your mind. That's how I am. It's like, I be so set, like, oh, yo, this is what it's gonna be, and they say I don't like that. I mean, you without even knowing it, switches your mind and you go back and overthink like maybe I should say that another way. It's like nah, let me just get it done first.
Yeah, then we'll figure it
out. Yeah.
Or you ever have somebody you showed it to and then they won't stop bugging you about releasing the song, and like. It's really cool that you fucking love the song and you want to listen to it. But
I'm going through that right now. My brother, this is. It's like he's like when the song dropping, when the video's coming out, it's like 1 second, bro. I got you.
Right, and you know I'm in a vein where like I have my own music that I work on that like I'll go out and find artists to put on, or I'll write the hook and I produced it. Then I do music with company where like him and I are. You know, on the same page when it comes to what the music's going to be about. And then I have how a majority of producers move is where, you know, they're working with artists, but more on a separated kind of like, this is their music.
Yeah.
And I'm helping create their vision. So when it comes to those kind of songs, like, I really appreciate that you like it, but I have no say in when, you know, that gets released. Like, you're talking to the wrong person.
Yeah.
So... You know, they need to, you know, kind of, it's hard because, you know, people don't really understand, you know, what it takes to release a song, I guess for lack of a better term, properly.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're probably used to growing up in high school and their friend like, yeah, I just dropped a new song on SoundCloud about 30 minutes ago. I recorded it 45 minutes ago. And, you know, that just like, oh, it's that easy. I mean, it can be.
It can be. It depends on what the results that you want.
Right. And I'm sure nobody's going to want those results.
I mean, you said it the right way. The proper way to release a song is you got to have content to back it up. You can't just release a song. You know, the market now, and I'd love to get your opinion on this.
Let's do it.
Because we are older in the game. You know what I'm saying? You know, age-wise. And the kids that came up within the last like 6, I call them kids. They're probably like 26 now. But when they came up within the past, you know, 6 years or so, they knew what time it was with the internet.
Oh, for sure.
And Instagram and all that stuff.
TikTok.
They knew what time it was. It was up to us dinosaurs to figure it out. So what was the process for you and the social media game and this machine? You said you created You know, it's not just a record label. It's a clothing line and a media company.
I'm an OG, bro. Like in the releasing music game, I released music in 2006. So I went through CDs, print up CDs. I went through the blog era. I went releasing music before streaming. You know, then I had to figure out streaming and all this other stuff. So it's challenging, but you have to adapt with the times. But overall, I just knew, to answer your question, creating all the other stuff, I just knew that we're in a time where everybody makes music, everybody's other things. So you have to just have other avenues to grow your brand, because one, people's attention span is getting shorter. You know what I'm saying? And some people really don't like the music. They just love the way the clothes look. Some people really don't like the videos. They just like the vlogs. So you have to just make stuff for other people and adapt with the times. But I think where it differs from, like, you know, people from our era, from back then to now, is like they just have more access. They have quicker access to things. You know, it's more. We didn't have TikTok. Instagram was only for iPhone users. I had a BlackBerry. You know, like Twitter, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just Twitter was just getting started. You know, we didn't really have all these avenues. We had to slowly rely on blogs. So that means getting your PR, getting your press release. Yep. You know, you had the way we release music now was way different how we did it 2011. You know, so it's just about adapting with the time and finding other avenues to just cater to the people, cater to the different sides of people, because everybody's not gonna like the music. Like I said, they're not gonna like the merch. You have to just give people the option to what they want to support. If that makes sense.
Music too, or access music differently too. You know, there are some people who are probably more inclined to pop your CD in as opposed to connect their Bluetooth to their radio.
Like people tell me all the time, like, don't print up any more CDs, but it's some people who still have CD players. They still have CD players in their car.
Or just buy it as
I still sell them at
memorabilia.
shows. Yeah, I still sell hard copies at shows.
I have CDs of bands that, like, I got signed and have never opened.
Yeah.
Like, just to have, like, because I really fuck with that band, and I knew I wasn't gonna listen to the CD, but I bought it anyways. Yeah.
I mean, you were talking about Wax. Wax has been making a comeback for the past like 4 or 5 years.
For sure. You know how people ask about Grandma Said vinyl, bro? Like, so like it's for real. Yeah, it's real, man.
I mean,
cassette tapes.
Yeah, dude. I've even been like, man, I need a record player around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought I would ever say that, but it's cool again.
Yeah, it is. You know, people love vinyls, bro. Like they prefer, like, people want to buy vinyls over CDs, bro. It's crazy. For like memorabilia purposes.
Yeah, well, I got a friend that he'll listen to like streaming services and stuff on his phone, but when he is in the crib, dude, he's only listening to vinyls. Yeah, like the TV's off, the vinyl is on the turntable, and he's rocking out all night to some like Grateful Dead or something. I don't know, but the vinyl thing is super cool to me because it's almost like the new school is realizing that something from the old school is better. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sound that comes off of vinyls, even still to this day, is true to what everyone says. It's warmer and it sounds better. Yeah,
it's gonna sound way different from streaming because, you know, like a lot of those streaming services compact your audio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, man.
So, do you have any songs off your latest EP that you would like to showcase other than Get It Going?
Ain't What It Seems freestyle is one of my favorites. That's hard. And 7 a.m. is hard as well too. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't What It Seems freestyle. No, that's not the one on the EP with Sauce.
No.
What's the freestyle on
with Sauce?
Okay, is that the one where I think Chulo?
Oh no, that's Support Your Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, wait, hold on.
Chulo's on Support Your Dogs and 7 a.m.
Yeah. Okay. He's on 7 a.m. Okay. Yeah.
Because was he the one singing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that one's hard too.
He's actually on White Grand Prix too.
Oh well, actually, Sauce, friend of the show. Which Sauce did all of White Grand Prix, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's listen to Support Your Dogs.
Yeah, we gotta let that run, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. My boy Sauce going crazy. Nah, keep it rolling. Yeah, we just trying to see a million. For the Lord, gonna take us to the ceiling. Yo, tighten the legs lock on my Jordans. Gotta leave my crib, meet me, my look is important. Y'all fishing for that attention, my ride.
I love this beat, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, one time for Sauce.
Like a Bentley with pocket. Moving it out the trunk, I can't miss no dollars. Might throw some gold in my mouth, cause I'm never cheap talking. I come from a line of hustlers, got that joint on it, so I be moving it out of town like there's never an issue. To DC when little bro tried to search for that pistol. Since that day, I don't leave less I'm linking with people.
Keep them in position.
Just took one space. There is no humor in talking big, so my face is no serious. Not being yourself a childish, bro. Who was you kidding? See the homie slipping, we grab him and wipe off his tennis. Ain't no point in getting it if not with the ones you grew inches. Yeah.
If I make a move, it's with my dogs. If you don't mean no good, it's cool, just don't get involved. All I do is grind, stack daily, and pray to God that I can get the bag and split it with my dogs. If I make a move, it's with my dogs. If you don't mean no good, it's cool, just don't get involved. All I do is grind, stack daily, and pray to God that I can get the bag and split it with my dogs.
Lil' mama was on it. Take her down, move around like we never was talking.
So is he doing the hook?
Chulo? Yeah.
Only thing get close to my head is my phone or my barber. This joint started with Marvel. I grounded her honor. I copped it from talking. That joint look like designer. My ex-mama asked me how rap gonna work for her daughter. I guess letters and numbers work just on algebra problems.
Hey, bro.
What is your problem? I know that you see me something. Moving, keeping it coming. They told me I won't be nothing. That will usually inspire to grab the ball and go run it. Or get with your homies and go turn nothing into a sublet. Yo, MaDrique is the coldest to ever speak. Give my people my love, never knowing when they gon' leave. Don't just give them the game, let the homies go join the league. We hit the chip, put a 40, then all of us wearing rings. Yeah.
If I make a move, it's with my dogs. If you don't mean no good, it's cool.
Support your dogs.
I have to ask, like, I mean, I'm sure the answer is painfully obvious, but why is it so important to you to be inspiring for the people around you? Because I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of people out there, especially in the hip hop scene, that really don't care. They really want what they want, and they're gonna get it by any means.
Because man, people, that's a good question, bro. People, I don't know. I just want people around me to feel included. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just be like the only one doing things. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's a lot of talent around me, you know. So I feel like, bro, if I can keep working, you know, that inspire everybody else to keep working and use their talent and not just sit on it. Yeah. You know, if that makes any sense.
I mean, a lot of your songs, you know, talk about that, you know, or perpetuate that narrative that, you know, it is not only important to you that this works, but it's important to you that the people around you find a piece or a part to play in what's happening.
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's you. If you listen to most bars that come off of any song that if I randomly click one, I'm probably gonna hear you trying to big up the people around you.
Yeah, because they're talented. Like, I don't like. We can take my brother's here for an example, bro. He can cut hair. He can write treatments. He can write music, sing. You know, like, he can do all that stuff. So why not utilize it? You got somebody like Kyrie who can sing, who can write music. Don is a beast with hooks. He can do all kind of things. You know, Carlito can do film. Not only can he probably can be a man, he can hold up in a court and like get you free. Like he's like such a great talker. So everybody around me is talented, and I feel like, you know, if we can pull resources from everybody, we can be unstoppable. So that's my whole goal is like, yo, I want y'all to tap y'all full potential. Don't give up. And whatever y'all can lend to this machine, let's do it and let's keep it going. Because it's not like we're getting older, bro. So it's not just us.
Yeah.
It's the people after us. It's our kids, our grandkids, you know, all that stuff. So that's who we have to do it for. Like, I'm big on leaving a legacy and like, you know, leaving my people with a name to be proud of. Like, you know, he put in that work. Let's keep it going. That's my whole thing, is like just to never stop working and just use everything you have.
See, and I think like that, I feel like that mindset comes with age, because before, you know, I was the guy that was gonna, you know, probably 10 years ago, I was probably the guy that was gonna take the deal and, as Riff Raff elegantly said it, act like he don't know nobody.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, generational wealth would be cool, but I think you hit the nail on the head when you said, you know, leaving a legacy. That seems to be something that's more important to, you know, specifically me moving forward, is that, you know, like I said, generational wealth would be cool, but I want to leave something behind that is beautiful, that, you know, is something that everybody can hold on to. Do you identify with that in any certain way?
Yeah, man. Like, is when we know we leave this world, man, I just want people to be like, you know, I said on my mixtape Winslow Park, you know, when it's all said and done, they're gonna say them DOC boys did it the best.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, stay true to themselves, created it, and you know, I've had bars like, you know, when I'm done, I'm gonna leave a label to my nephew, see what he do with it. I'm gonna just coach him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna leave something. Like, that's, you know, even putting out the music. That's why I tell people, like, you know, register your music, you know, do it right, because that's your publishing that's gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Like, if people can eat off of it. So I'm big on that, man. I'm big on legacy. And don't get me wrong, at one point it was like, you know, I'm gonna do this for me, do what I want.
Yeah.
I don't even care. But you know, at some point you have to be selfish in order to get your dream out. You know, to get it off the ground, I should say. But then the ultimate goal is also your family and the people after you to keep going, because it's not just me. Like, this works out. Kyrie, his family, Don, his family, Carl, his family, Zaquan, her family, Mike Genius, you know, all these people that plays a part, even down to Majestic, even Underrated Views doing a video, like stuff like that is, for everybody plays a part off of this one thing, off of this one Dream to Children umbrella. Everybody can eat off of it, so it's important to keep going.
Do you ever feel like immense pressure from that?
I do, and I can't, like, I literally can't stop. Like, when I was going through that depression thing, I felt so bad because the train stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not like, don't get me wrong, everybody was still been able to stay afloat, but the guy, you know, who been build this and push this is going through a mental crisis. You know what I'm saying? So I told myself, bro, I'll never do that again. I have to stay strong, not just for myself and the people around me. So, you know, that's why I'm trying to talk more and include people more and stuff like that. Because at one point, bro, I said, forget it. I'm going to do it all myself. Nobody want to work. And that, not knowingly, that made people feel left out and not want to work. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It wasn't even that they were being lazy. It was like, bro, you don't include us in nothing. What's the point? So that's one thing I learned too, is just including people and doing it so they would want to work. And you just have to keep going, man, because there's a lot of, it's not just me that my life depending on, is the homies and once again the people after me. You have to leave them.
Well, you know, players, I mean, whether you're, you know, on a team in music, whether you're on a team in sports, any team, like, you have to be given a chance to get off the bench and make a play. Like, if people don't believe that you can make a play and they're always like, well, pass it to this guy, pass it to this guy. Look, you're just going to play your role here. I need you to, you know, set the pick and roll, this or that. Like, if don't nobody get a chance to shoot, then who wants to play? Like, you got to, you know, a part of being a leader is supporting people and giving them an opportunity to, you know, to step up.
Yeah.
And then having faith in them, regardless of whether, you know, they take that opportunity and run with it. Kind of like Carl, you know, you said, hey, put this camera in your hand, see what you got. Now he's doing his own thing. I mean, but you also got to be nurturing too. If, you know, if they fumble it the first time, you know, giving them, because they're on your team, giving them another opportunity to really show themselves and prove themselves that, okay, you know, they can, you know, play a role and be productive and help this team out. But I mean, if you have those people around you and you're still trying to do everything yourself, then, you know,
there's no point. It becomes like, what's the point of me being here?
Right.
And that's one thing I had to learn, because like me, Dreams of Children, like I say, man, is my baby, bro. Like, I love it. You know, so it's like I have a certain way of how I want it to run, how I want everything to look, how I want it to appear. And if, you know, at one point in my life, it was like, if you're not following that, like, you can hang around, but it's not that, I couldn't be like that, because everybody plays apart. So it's like things that they could bring that I can't bring, but I would have never known if I didn't open up and let them,
Well, it takes that humility too to realize that, first of all, there are plenty of talented people out here, and secondly, sometimes they can do things better than I can.
Facts.
I know what I'm good at as a creative, and then I know that there are people that can do this way better than I can, and acknowledging them for that and letting them know that they're here for that. And that's their role, and that's what they're gonna play to help out the team. That's important stuff, man. I mean, that's what separates yourself as a follower from being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to take the reins and be like, look, this is what I see in you, and let's make this happen with these skills that you have. That's tough.
And letting them know too, like I let all the homies, the artists that's in Dreams of Children, like, bro, I took every punch you can take, bro. So it's like I tell them, I try to give them the game, and it's like just go try to do it this way. But sometimes they don't want, you got to respect they don't want to do it that way. Right. But something you also have to let them, like, okay, you got to take the shot and figure out yourself. But I'm never gonna not let you go off the deep end. But sometimes you got to learn. But it all plays a part, man.
Well, and you're not the first person on this podcast that has had like a group or conglomerate per se, but while y'all's groups are completely different, the one common denominator is that it's hard to get people on board with your vision when you're the one who created it. Mm-hmm. You've been through every up and down possible with your brand, whereas like when you start bringing people in at different points, they want what they want out of it. Mm-hmm. They don't, so you got to find people that want what they want out of it, but also want what you want out of it. They want to help
player, man. Just communicate, yeah.
And finding those people are tough, man. Because that's tough, why sometimes people can come and go, on a team. So you got to kind of be protective over that space and selectively,
or just do it yourself. Like be the only one. Like for a long time, I was the only one in Dreams of Children for a long time until I got it to where I wanted it to be. And I trusted people to come in. Right. That's, so that's just what it is. That's why, and that's also why we're so tight knit too right now, because it's like, okay, these are people I know that can keep this train moving right now. We don't want to bring in anybody who's going to try to derail it a little bit, but who can add to it, add to whatever, add more tracks to the train.
Just like any specifically like business friendship or business relationship. You got to be contributing, or else there's no point for either of us to work.
Yeah, like we can be homies. We can kick it, go eat chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But as far as on the music, and you're not going to have any hand on it if you can't contribute to growing it. Yeah. Like you just can't. I want people just can't be around. Yeah. Like you have to do something.
Yeah, that's really tough. I'm sure you've gone through it just as well as I've gone through it. Certain people want to be a part of something and contribute as little as possible, and that's just it just don't work that way. Yep. We try, and I don't want to and I'm gonna bring up specific here because it's kind of relevant to company, where company wasn't always just me and Marita, or Marita and I should say.
Correct.
There was a third leg to this, and he ended up moving to Houston, but still wanted to be a part of company. And I'm like, we are just birthing this right now. There's no way that'll ever work.
Yeah.
From you being in Houston and us being based out of basically Raleigh. So that was definitely a specific time where the conversation had to be had.
Yeah.
Thank God he was cool.
Yeah. And some people can be affiliated. Not don't necessarily have to be down with the set. They can be affiliated. Because there's people who's like Dreams of Children affiliate.
Yeah.
But they're not, they don't really handle anything on the business end or like the creative end. They're just like,
like an ambassador.
They just rap. Yeah, they just street team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They do that. So yeah, it's many ways, but I feel you on that, man. It's been some people who I had to just dash on.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely got a dash on them. And I hate to even put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because first and foremost, had you ever met him before company?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I've been friends with him for years.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing COD 4 together back in the day, So to have to be like, hey, man, I'm sorry. I know you went out to Houston to better your life, but more or less it made mine harder, so can't really, it just ain't gonna work, you know.
Yeah, you got it.
It's kind of heartbreaking, especially when you're friends before.
Mm-hmm.
That's just weird. And
But real friends understand that though.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, you know what, man, you got a vision. Because there's been friends I've tried to bring on. They just didn't. They didn't hold it in. They didn't show up. But some people don't want it as bad as you. You know, they just want to support you because you're your homie. But some people really don't want it. They like the idea of what can come with it, but they don't want to get down and get dirty.
Well, it's you know what I think I've like figured it out. It is, you know, touching on what we were talking about earlier, time management. People want things but don't want to spend the time to do them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
what goes back to the idea.
Yeah,
it's like the idea of having a podcast, right? Like I wanted a podcast, but they don't take the step. I mean, a lot of it can be fear, financial, but they don't take the steps.
Well, like to just like narrow it down. For example, if I were to go up to someone that never really had like a real aspiration, put the first foot forward, get in the door, and tell them, hey, every Sunday we're going to be doing a podcast for 3 hours right in the middle of prime time day, right when football's on, right when, you know, everything you want to do is on.
Say,
I forgot about that.
I don't know, man. Yeah. But that separates.
That
still separates people who want it and don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you find avenues, Leo. If you want to watch the game, let's do it 2 hours before the game.
Yeah.
Let's have it done. You know, you find time management.
Yeah.
You find ways to do it.
For sure. And I think if anybody out here is listening to this and is listening to it for, you know, some gems, listening, because so far of the 9 episodes we've done, you have definitely given us an insight to a different lane other than just strictly music. I mean, there is a whole back end of business stuff that goes into this music stuff.
It's real, man.
You have articulated well that, like, even
right. Well, I think from a branding perspective, you have a lot more experience than, you know, most people, just because not only are you thinking about yourself as an artist, you're thinking about a label, you're thinking about other artists and, you know, how they fit into all of it. Whereas, like, I mean, I'm thinking back, like, oh, am I talking shit about anybody? No, but I mean, in reality, it's like, you know, when it comes to thinking of this as a business, you definitely, you know, have a product that you have been consistently pushing. Whereas, you know, like he was saying, I think most of the episodes we have been more on a music and a process based, like, how do you make music? What inspires you to make music? But yeah, you definitely, you know, bring a different element to, you know, the conversation.
Appreciate it, man. It's important, bro.
It's absolutely important. I mean, that's what's awesome to hear about, is that, you know, you're aware enough to know that, you know, something that us as older, you know, participants in this game called music have to understand that, you know, media is important. How you perceive yourself and how you portray yourself, or how people perceive you, is super important, and being able to stay consistent with that and staying in front of people, you know, regardless of what content you're putting out, because that's how you keep people buying the hats and buying the t-shirts.
Branding image, all that stuff is important, bro.
But the music's got to be there too. You know, I don't think, I mean, there's a lot of people that, you know, I support where I don't really like their music, but there's also, I mean, and that's just because we're friends. Like, we're, you know, through working.
You think it's something that you do like, though? Like, for an example, Currency, right? I don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
But I like him as a businessman and his, you know, his plan. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much. I don't want to play the music and get high. It's like, bro, I respect your hustle. Like somebody like Larry June. You guys listen to Larry June? Like, yeah, Larry June, I respect his independent grind. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much. I don't like, not my go-to guy to, you know, bump. But the music translates in a way, because he does that hustler talk, you know. So it's like when finding people, like I said earlier, you just have to find other ways that you respect, that you would naturally grow into their music.
Exactly.
I think Rick Ross was like that for me. Like, I never really, like, back when he was first coming up, I never really enjoyed it, the music itself. But as, you know, time has gone on and he's done more interviews, and I've been able to listen to him and see what, really his inspiration was. It's like, damn, dude, now he definitely is the GOAT.
Yeah, bro. Like Ross is one of those other guys I look up to. Like I don't necessarily, or like you said early on, I wasn't like super big Ross, but after seeing his mindset and how he inspires, is like, let me go check bro out.
Yeah,
but I'm still more of a fan of the mindset and the person he is. So you just like, I say all that to say, like, you just find things inside of artists that you like.
Right.
Yeah.
And if he had paid attention to everyone, clowning him for being a security officer or something like that, and taking the name Rick Ross, who was actually like a real drug dealer with an empire, if he had listened to all those people clowning him for that, he wouldn't be what he is today. And he took this I'm not going to say, I guess, gimmick for lack of a better word, but he kind of knew what he was doing from the marketing side. Like, if I want to break into this Atlanta hip hop like drug dealer like gangster, I'm gonna make my name Rick Ross. And now it's this point where he's on tracks with DJ Khaled or Justin Bieber, in the echelons of the artists and stuff, and he's got his own brand, he's got his own label, he's got this, he's got that.
As far as branding though, Ross is like number one.
Oh
yeah.
Like the way, like, he's always has a Wingstop cup in his hand. He's always it's always things, but those are things you have to take note of.
Yeah.
Like you have to take note of, like you just have to take note of always showing, if you got a brand, you have to rep it. You have to always have something on with your brand on it every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because you just have to throw it in their face. And Ross is one of those guys. Larry June's one of those guys. Spitter's one of those guys. Like that brand, that's the shows, like you said, the music has to be there, but also you also have to have your branding on point, because that's what's gonna grow you outside of your music. When your music is, because at some point you're gonna stop making music.
Yeah.
Like it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? But you're always gonna have your brand.
Yeah. I mean, you killed it when you say some people really don't want it, because you hear the story, you hear the Jeezy stories, you hear the Gucci stories, you hear the Rick Ross stories. There's not a lot of people that would go through that to be where they're at.
It's not. Bro, I've been doing this since I was 15, bro. There's no way I should still be going. And one thing, everybody, like, you can say anything about MaDrique, bro. You can never tell me I gave up. You know what I'm saying? But that's what separates me from a lot of people, is my work ethic and the fact I never quit. It's so many people that came up with me, bro, that no longer exist. Not whether life took them another way or whatever, but you just can't stop, bro. Like, there would be no Jeezy, no Ross, or nothing like that if they let those hardships take them down, bro.
Definitely.
Like you have to, if you want something, you have to keep going.
And nobody can ever clown you for, quote, not making it, end quote. Let's say at the end of the day, like, no one gets famous and we're all just like doing this because we love it. We did it because we love it.
But I had that talk the other day, is like, what is it? Like, just somebody's idea. Like, I have talks with people, they be like, Drake, man, you need to be a lot further or stuff like that. But that's your opinion.
Exactly.
Like, I've done things in my career that I've never thought I would do.
Yes, sir.
In life, bro. Like,
yes, sir.
Never. Like, I've done. So to me, I did it.
Yep.
Like, so if I quit music today, it's like, bro, I done had newspaper articles. I've been in magazines. I've, touched some of the biggest stages. I've done festivals. I've been in offices I never thought I would be. But I'm okay. Just because I didn't live up to not even live up what you thought was successful. Correct. You know what I'm saying?
And so you define success.
Yeah. You define success in whatever way you want. But on my side, though I have other aspirations to be bigger and stuff, I've done a lot I got to pat myself on the back for.
Like, absolutely. And it's not just the accolades either. I mean, dude, you've put your fucking heart on the line. You put your emotions on the line. You put your face on the line. You're the one out here networking. You're the one out here, getting a yes or no answer. You're the one, accepting, oh, this is hot, this is not. Where it's easy for someone to sit, from afar and be like, oh yeah, your little business, and oh, is that or what, you should be further along. Well, what have you been doing? Because I've been doing something that I love and I'm proud of regardless. Like, and I've changed as a man.
And that's why I don't pay attention to none of that stuff anymore.
You can't.
Because I study, like I always say, I don't take advice from people I want to switch places with. Because it's like a sense of like, yeah, you can tell me what I need to do, how I need to do it, but have you tried it? Have you put your life on the line? Have you ruined relationships, friendships, family not talking to you, getting called selfish every day for a dream? Like, you haven't tried it, so you can give me advice on what to change, but there's nothing you can tell me about because you're not living this, bro. You're not going through the hardship.
That's very true.
And I hate to say it like that because I be sounding like a jerk, but it's like in a sense of, bro, you can't tell me what it's like to take risk. You haven't took none of them.
There's a lot of people out here that are cool with, working up to $30 an hour and that being it for the rest of their life.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
that's what you want to do. Is safe. That's what you want to do. But me, I'm a dreamer, bro. I'm a dreamer. I have to go after what I want.
I think it's okay too, but I also think it's mind-boggling to want to go through life not creating something.
I look at it as like wanting to go through life and only have, these amount of hours in the day, because there's only a certain amount of hours you have to do what you have to do in order to get money, right? I personally see that, just me personally, I see that as a waste of time. Because if my dream is to do this, or that, me having a job as something completely unrelated to what I want to do and be as a human being just is a waste of time. But obviously, you have to be able to pay your bills. You have to be able to fund. You have to be able to do that stuff. But at the end of the day, if the goal isn't to transition to a
out
point,
of it is a waste of time. I was going to say that. Yeah.
If that's not the goal, then what are you doing to make that happen? Because it's cool to dream, but at the same time, it's like
actions.
Like, are you gonna make that happen? Because if you're not gonna make that happen, then that's cool. Like, daydream all you want, and you get the right to, because you're paying your bills, you're doing all that. But for me, it's not enough.
Like, to me, 9 to 5s aren't end goals for me, bro. Like,
yeah,
you just work them, invest in yourself, and do what you got to do, and eventually work it, and definitely do your thing. But I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in it, in life and struggling, that we forget our dreams sometimes. But you just can't just work that job. Yeah, the money sounds good. $30 an hour sounds great.
Great.
It's safe. Your family is good. But to me, when I hit $30, I'm like, man, okay, that's a lot of money. I can still pay my bills and have an extra $3,000 to put towards my dream. Yeah. Bro, let's do it. Yeah. I'll sacrifice 8 hours of my day. Yeah. The rest of the time I'll put towards my dream. So,
and that's how you have to look at it. That's how you have to look at it. You're willing to sacrifice 8 hours of your day for someone else's dream, and then you get to fund your own dream with those other parts of the day. So now you have to decide, okay, when I come home from this job, am I gonna kick back, turn on Netflix and grab a beer?
Or are you gonna turn that computer on and get to it?
Turn on the computer, get to it. Or okay, let's set up this session for right after work, or let's do these videos, or let's do this vlog episode, or do this podcast. Like there has to be some kind of action towards the dream, or it's just no point. You have to do it. Point. If you like, I always go back to wanting it. If you really want it, you're going to find a way to do it. You're tired, whatever, you just have to get it done, because nobody's going to do it for you. And no one's going to feel sorry
Joel,
for you
the head manager, is going home and doing what he want to do. He took that sacrifice to create this $1 billion company. Why don't you just do the same thing, bro?
I think like it boils down, like you killed it when you said it's a lifestyle. Like, there are certain things, like I had to trick my own brain into being this, you know what I'm saying? Like, when someone asks me what I do, I don't tell them I'm a construction worker. I tell them I'm a musician and I have a podcast.
Exactly. You have to live that. Yeah.
And
tell yourself that. Yeah, for
sure. And I think you definitely killed it whenever you said the day job is a waste of time. It's necessary, but it is a waste of time, because if you're telling everybody that you're a musician and a podcaster, what are you doing at this? And I'm not saying quit your job. That is dumb as hell. Don't do that.
Please don't.
It's okay to waste your time knowing that what you get out of it is funding your dream. I think ultimately is what we're talking about. Because we all understand it's the sacrifice you have to make.
See, I don't see it as a waste of time anymore. I used to, though. I don't see it. I just see it as like just a source of funding.
Yeah.
Just income. To do what you got to do. But you're going to, no matter, even if you were doing music full time, bro, you have to sacrifice something, to get it done. So I look at it as that, bro, until bread start moving in that you can maintain, and keep stuff up. Because, bro, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. I know people who's quit their job, done it full time, and struggling. When I did it, when I said forget work, I'm going to go live my dream, the music started becoming secondary because survival became my first thing. I couldn't think about going to network when my stomach was hurting or, you know, I was sleeping on the sofa where I'm going to get my I couldn't think like that. So working at 9 to 5 created that type of security in that realm where I can focus on my thing. So it's a waste of time. To me, it's a waste of time in the sense if you work and don't do nothing with your dream.
Exactly.
But in the sense of funding it, I think it's smart, bro. Work that. Don't quit your artists, bro. If y'all look, don't quit your jobs, bro.
Yeah, don't.
It's not lame. It's cool. Work that job. Sacrifice the 8 or 9 hours. But long as you're creating something that week or that night, even if it's one line, you're doing good, bro.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, it's one thing to quit your job and believe in your dream. It's another thing to quit your job and have a plan of what you're going to do with the skills that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for me, like, my story is different than everybody else. My circumstances are completely different on how I can survive this or that. But, like, I had to figure out, okay, when the pandemic hit and my full-time job shut down and I had to move back from Charlotte, I was like, I really don't have like any like real world skills like accounting or like business degree or this or that. All I really have is music. I went to school for music. I could play a shit ton of instruments. So I was like, how can I make money doing this? So I teach on the side. I mix on the side. I'll record on the side. And I still like sell beats and produce. So while I'm not as comfortable as I used to be, you know, working a 9 to 5 and having a full-time job and being able to go to the studio afterwards and do what I want on the weekends, like I'm definitely in the category of like struggling, but at the same time, I'm working towards something where I'm paying myself back. You know, I'm not making somebody else's dream come true. I'm working on my own dream, but that's also because of my circumstances. Like not everybody has that opportunity to do that. So like you said, it is cool to get money. Like if people think it's not cool to have a job, that's the dumbest thing ever. Because it's cool to get money. Like if
you're still making money though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so even if it's not your circumstance of getting a job, you're still finding a way to make money. Don't sit around
important.
being broke because you're not going to be able to live your dream.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Like if it's not a 9 to 5, if you're selling beats or doing mixing, you're still finding a way to make money and fund it.
Traditionally, you know, a musician never gets salary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you look at the traditional role of a musician, you have gigs, you have, you know, if you're a session player, if you're this, if you're that, you wear different hats because you have different skills. Like if I continue the career path of a musician, I'll never have a 9 to 5 again. But my hours are all over the place depending on how much work I want to put on my plate. And, you know, commit my time to what projects are worth my time versus the money. And I have to be able to negotiate this myself. Whereas someone coming from a background of only having had jobs where I have people tell me what to do, you got to be here from this time to this time, and this is what you do from this time to this time. That's hard to do. Like you're going from, you know, having someone just relying on someone to feed you and put money in your bank account every week. Whereas like, now I determine who I work with, or I determine what I'm working on, or I determine what I get paid for. No one's going to argue with me if, you know, I give them a price that, you know, they value in their head. But people will argue with me if I give them a price that they don't agree with. Like I have to deal with all that. Like when you work for somebody, you know, you don't have to argue with somebody over the price of this shirt right here. The shirt is $30. If you ain't got the $30, then you ain't getting the fucking shirt. You know, but as a business owner, you have to determine all of that, what your product is worth, what your intellectual property is worth. And that's just very hard to do.
There's also different. There's a different type of sanity though when you're even if you're still making money. So like you're running a business without making a dime. Survival was going to kick in. Like, you know, stuff is going to become secondary. So like somebody like, you know, who's making money, say though you're taking that mindset of I'm structured, I'm making money, I'm doing my thing, I'm getting fed, that still creates a sense of security because you know you're going to get a check every week and focus on dreams. Or somebody who's like, I don't want to work with him, I want to mix this song and do this stuff. You're still like, you're not worrying about your next income. So that's all. What to me, that's what it all boils down to. Just being able to make money anyway. The idea is to make money strictly off content, but until you can do that,
correct.
Whether you're struggling or not, you're still creating some type of income.
And I've said this many times, like me as a producer, my path to making money with music is much different than, you know, an artist who solely depends on, you know, the release of their music to bring them income. That's why you were saying earlier, you know, it can't just be that.
You got to find other ways.
You got to find other ways.
When
you got to
music's
sell
low.
your merch. You got to create content that people can just go watch and, you know, run up your YouTube views.
'Cause that's
You gotta
another check.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, all of it, you know, all of it is important.
Eventually, it'll get to the point where it all adds up to where
Yeah,
you
eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're taking those when one gets like, I know the pandemic, like a lot of my rapper friends, like touring really messed them up.
Yeah.
But the ones who had merch, who had, you know, YouTube checks, who had streaming, you know, people were home more. They're streaming music, you know, that stuff went up. So it's good. It's good to have, bro. So whether it's a job or multiple avenues to make money, long as you're making something, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir. As long as you're working, man. I mean, and sometimes that work doesn't yield money at all.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the tough part is that, you know, when we're accustomed to, you know, working is a transactional relationship. Like, you hire me to do this for you. You pay me on this day every other week. And, you know, that's our relationship, transactional. Whereas like some of this music stuff, man, I mean, you know, I'll make a beat for this guy because I really fuck with his sound, but this guy don't fuck with his sound, and I need $150 for the lease.
Yeah.
So it's like you determine when all of that's going to happen. And, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, it's tricky all the way around, bro.
All the way around.
You just got to, my main thing, bro, just stay focused, man. That's all you can do, bro. It's hard for everybody in any field. We all trying to just make it out here.
So one thing I've been like dying to ask you about, because I try not to shy away from these types of conversations of what I'm about to say. It's conversations that, you know, lately I've been enjoying more, especially between men. Mental health. You said you went through a bout of depression, and that's big for me because, you know, that's also genetic in my family. I think you mentioned it was a genetic thing. Yeah, it runs in my family as well. It's something that I definitely had to figure out, because it's something you got to figure out. It's not anybody, I feel like, that just chooses to live in that state hasn't really realized that you can figure it out and figure out how to manage it. What were the steps like for you through that process? Did you know you had depression before it hit you that hard?
I didn't know it. I didn't know it till later. I didn't take mental health serious until like my early mid 20s, because I've always had like mood swings. I've always, you know, had spells of depression, but I thought I was just tired or something. Like, I thought I won't feel it that day, just want my day. But with me, it took a lot of journals and just writing and spending a lot of time to myself. Because it's really when I was in that state, I realized that nobody can get it out. I can't get out of this state. I'm the only one that can get out of it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like, people can tell me you're doing good, you're doing okay, but if you don't feel it, it doesn't matter. Everything's ugly to you. Like, no matter what in life, you can make $1 million, bro. It's not 2 million, so I don't care. Like, when you're in that state, but it's a real thing, man. I feel like us as men in all areas need to, like, really, because we go through things. Like, we're meant to be tough. You know, that's how we're trained. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really grow up nurtured, so I didn't grow up like, oh my, I love you, like, you know, stuff like that. So I don't have that side. So it's real tough for me to talk to people. It's tough for me to show any type of affection. But you just gotta, I don't know, man. It's something that you just gotta practice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just positive thinking. I read, you know, books to get on my journey. I read books. I watched, like, you know, speeches, and just overall changing my positive thinking and identifying. So now I know when I get a depressed spell, like, I know, like, okay, I start not talking positive anymore. I'm staying in bed a little more. My conversations are becoming dry. Like, these are things I recognize now. Like, okay, I feel it coming on, Drake.
Yeah.
All right, go take a walk. Go walk the lake. Go ride the bike. Like, do something to stop it before it comes. So I feel like that's one thing we should do, is recognize is try to find our points where we feel it coming on, and just shake it.
Yeah.
And, you know, get back.
Did you know exercise is the #1 antidepressant?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm a bigger guy, but I hit the gym. I just do 20 minutes of cardio every day, every other day, and that really,
bro, I
takes my stress down.
I walk around and play Pokemon Go. I have the attention span of a goldfish. So my ADD is crazy. So like when I walk or do any kind of exercise, like I'll play a sport. Like I've always been the kid who was like, I was playing soccer, I was playing basketball, I was playing flag football, I was playing whatever. But when it comes to just like walking or running, it's impossible for me because it's just like so boring.
Yeah.
But I'll play Pokemon Go, and next thing I know, I've walked like 2.5 miles or something. I'm like, okay, well, cool. But then like when I feel it coming on, like, damn, I'm in a fucking bad mood today. Let me go get some exercise, and then just perspective changes. Like, I don't know what happens chemically in your body, but just like, okay, I'm winded down now. Let's
I'm the same way. Me, I gotta like. What helps me is painting. I picked up painting. That I sit outside.
Bro,
and
painting is so much fucking fun, dude.
That helps. It helps my anxiety.
Bro, I'm not a painter, but
that's why I laughed because of what he was about to say. No, I'm not laughing at your painting.
Yeah.
Nah, it's cool, bro.
I was hanging out with this girl, and she was like, "Yo, let's go to a sip and paint." And I'm like, I mean, I make music. Like, I like to do shit that's creative. Yeah, let's do this shit. Got a bottle of wine. We're there with like a bunch of other people. And then there's this lady here, like basically walking us through how to paint this picture of flowers in a pot. And it just felt so good. Just like cause it just felt like making music to me, but instead
Soothing,
I had,
bro.
just like I could use, like, she was like, use this color and use that color. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that, but I kind of want to add a little shade of this too, like, because this is my painting, like, and then my painting looked different than everybody else's because just naturally, like, I'm just so used to taking something that's there and then making something new with it.
Yeah.
But it was great, man. I recommend that to anybody and everybody. I don't know how much like canvases and paint are or whatever, but
you can go to like Walmart and get you like, you know, you don't got to be like Picasso, you know what I'm saying? But like, just get you a little I get my canvas from Five Below. Just get your canvases and like, you know, it's just real calm, man. Something to suit whatever it is, whether it's swimming, riding a bike, painting, writing, whatever. Just try something outside of your norm. Because, man, we go crazy as creators, bro. Sitting there in that one spot, listen to a snare for 40 minutes at a time, bro. It'll drive you crazy, bro. You forget to eat. Sometimes you don't shower, like, because you be locked in. So you gotta get out and try it, man. But, yeah, mental health question is dope, man. Glad you asked that.
Yeah, man. It's definitely big for me because, like, especially, like, you know, when I was talking about my alcoholism and shit like that, like, all of that played a big part. And, like, the anxiety was... It's if you've never had it before and then you just get it, like I thought I was dying. Like I literally called up my mom and was like, "Hey man, you might have to call the ambulance, bro. Like my heart's tripping out. Like I feel like I'm in a tunnel." She's like, "Hey, you're having a panic attack," and I was like, "Stop lying to me. That ain't real. I'm having a physical ailment right now. You know,
it's real, man. And it's all overthinking, bro. Overthinking is a crazy thing, man.
It's crazy that your brain can attack your own body.
It does. Like it's like a real thing. Like it's real, man. Like I didn't recognize them until I got a little older, but panic attacks are real.
Oh, they are, man. I mean, anxiety is real. You know, I don't even think it's something that happens at an old age. It's something that, you know, can happen over experiences, even a young age. Like when I was younger, like in 3rd grade, I went to a private school. And I was an extremely competitive kid. I always wanted to win anything I was doing. But I had this PE teacher where, like, our private school only had soccer goals. We didn't have basketball or anything like that, so we just played soccer literally every PE class we had. And he would join the other team and score goals just to beat me because he knew how competitive I was and how I wanted to win every time. And that fucked me up as a kid. Like I had to go to a doctor, like a psychiatrist or whatever, to help with my like anxiety of like, I didn't want to go to that class anymore. Like, and I was so competitive and I had to like sit down and like talk about like why and all this stuff like that. But, you know, it's something that like, that affected me. So then in 4th grade, like I used to participate in the spelling bee and the math Olympics, the science fairs. It's documented too, like first place. 4th grade comes along after I've been having these things with my doctor, and like, dude, before the spelling bee started, I was just bawling, crying. Like there was just so much pressure on me. I felt like to win this spelling bee that I just didn't participate. I cried and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be in the spelling bee. Everybody knew I was gonna win.
Yeah.
But I just inside
Talk yourself out. You mentally talk yourself out of it.
But like at 4th grade, like that's crazy that I had to have that experience. Like,
oh yeah,
that sucks as a kid. Like it was weird, man. But I'm still pretty competitive, but not to that level. Like I think at this point, I'm only in competition with myself.
Bro, same way. There's a lot of things I stopped caring about that made this music thing so much easier, bro.
Yep. Not that so much easier means that it's easy, but it's just that we go.
No, I mean so much easier mentally.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say, like, yeah. I mean, but still, like, it's still hard. But like once you like stop competing with other people,
competing and comparing.
Yeah, man, competing and comparing stuff, and it's hard to do that now with social media because everybody can, not only can they put their accolades and accomplishments in front of you, they can also make it look like this is happening when in reality it's not happening.
Yeah,
then you're comparing yourself to, oh shit, this person's got a placement with this person and this person's got this and that, and it's like, oh fuck, like what am I doing? But you're doing you. Sometimes you might not be doing enough, and so hope that could be a reality check, but you can't compare your success or your journey to somebody else's, because then you might as well quit or give up.
Yeah, man, you can't compare, man. Like my DJ used to tell me that, he was like, don't worry about that, like focus on you. And I never really understood it till my like depression stint, and I realized like all that was comparing, just feeling like, why am I not where I should be, or what? But whole time you're where you're supposed to be. Yeah. Like you're doing good, like you're doing what you can with what you got. And that's one thing I had to learn. And when I learned that, man, things just took off for me. Like when I tell you, bro, I don't look left or right. Like it's like this. I don't care what y'all got. I support it if I support it, but I don't care what anybody got going on with their personal, their career and stuff. It's like, all right, let me get to my goal and do what I got to do, and it helps out, man. But you still have to be aware of what's going on. But
and I feel like sometimes too, like it kind of fucks you up because like you'll see people get something, and that was never a goal of yours, but now you want it.
Yeah.
And that's what fucks you up. And it's like, that was never my goal. I never wanted to be in that spot. Why am I worried now?
Worried about it. Yeah, stick to what you know.
Because, that's just human nature. People are like, oh, I want that. They got that. I want that. Like keeping up with the Joneses. That's a real sales technique. Like people say, like, oh, so-and-so just bought this car the other day, and instantly the brain goes, oh, well, I got to get that shit. My neighbor ain't going to have that.
You forget everything that you said.
Yeah,
man, it's crazy out here, bro.
Well, I couldn't have asked for a more positive note to end on. We're at the end of the life of these batteries. I want to thank you so much for coming through and doing this, man.
This was awesome, bro.
As always, shout out anybody you would like, any ats you want, anybody that might see this to hit up, and then introduce another video, and then, like I said, we'll get out of your hair.
Hey, man, just want to shout out everybody. Just shout out the whole crew, DLC. Shout out Raleigh, North Raleigh, South Raleigh, all over. Shout out Joko. Just shout out everybody, man. Just shout out everybody who's dreaming, living out their dreams, doing what they got to do. Just don't give up. Keep going. Never stop working. Yeah, man. Like, just shout out everybody, bro. That's all I can say. Everybody who, with the words of my brother, everybody I know, everybody who knows me, man. Shout out.
Hell yeah. If you got Discord, just at everybody. There you go.
For sure.
All right. So what video we ending with?
We play Get It Going. We can watch Support Your Dogs, man.
Hell yeah.
Directed by Underrated Views. Produced by Sauce. And, once again, go out, know what you want. Hit up the YouTube, man. Check out what I got. Check out Soul Music, Never Stop Working, man. Just, check me out, bro.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Don, shout out Kyrie, Majestic, Mike Genius, everybody, man. Everybody at the set. Shout out y'all.
Hell yeah. Support your dogs. We'll see you on the next one. It's been the Company Podcast. See you guys later.